Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the GLL Nations Royale, and it's time for the grand finals. I am D-Man, this is Toby. We've been with you all weekend long, and it is time for Russia to face off against Germany. They did it in the winner bracket, so it was 4-0 to Russia. So coming into this one as a massive favourites, Toby.
Yeah, you would have to argue. I mean, even having seen Germany and Czech Republic today, there's no way around it. You got to count Russia as a favourite.
Yeah, and Czech Republic, you know, they did very well. They took down the likes of Denmark, Norway, Finland as well, and Turkey, the big champions have been many times in the Nations Royale. But this time, it was just a little too far. Germany stepped it up. 4-1 was the score there. Brazil also losing to the USA 4-1 last night. These are the maps today. So Germany, we know, we heard. Vikendi is one of their favorites, so that's why we've seen two Vikendis in there. So it's Erangel 2.0. Very strong performance from Russia on Erangel yesterday. Miramar was... I'm trying to think how that one played out. Did we even get to it?
Hard shifted to the east. Yeah, it hard shifted massively to the east.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, and Erangel 1.0, and then Sanok, Vikendi, and Erangel. So Sanok was actually probably the biggest chance that Germany had to win that game. The win one in that game, and it's the 5th map, so we might not even get to see it. We'll see, though. Brexico did say 0-8, the dream. Is hoping we're going to see it a little bit better, though.
I don't think it's going to be a shootout today.
You think it's going to be? You think it's going to be at least a couple of maps?
My bet would be somewhere between 4-1 and 4-2 to Russia still, because I still think they have they still have.
They have such a strong team.
They do. They do a pretty there.
I'm just looking to see who's popping into the lobby, whether there's any changes and any last minute people not turning up. Maybe
we barely.
Oh no, I'm seeing it's got better examples in there now.
We barely even expected Germany to beat Czech Republic, and they did it 4-1.
Yeah.
So they might be coming in with some
and it sounded like after talking to Brexico, they clearly figured out what their problems were.
Yeah.
And bear in mind, you know, it's been a while since they played the Nations Royale games. So, you know, it was a good 2 weeks ago, right? All the qualifiers played out. So yesterday was probably the first time a lot of them got back together again. So it was like the warm-up games. They got themselves in there, found themselves set up, get a good game against Czech Republic, 4-1, fix a couple more mistakes. So we could be in for a pretty hot final.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, hopefully we will. But one man we did hear from yesterday was the captain of Russia, and he's on the line with us again. Drainys, how you doing, buddy?
Hello, guys. Pretty good. Thank you.
So, yesterday was a dominant win. You said yourself, you didn't really need to do a lot. The players kind of do it for you. Is there any sort of change, or are you coming into this one with a similar mentality?
I mean, we're coming up with the same mentality. We just want to, play the game. This mode is like hell of fun, and just, we want to enjoy the game. So,
well, I mean, Russia are the defending champions, so there is a little pressure maybe on you guys. Did you watch any of the German games earlier when they played Czech Republic?
Yeah, I watched a couple. It was, they still are a really good team, but I don't know. I think our team is just insanely strong. We have so many pro players, and the chemistry works so well. So, pretty confident.
Yeah, Brexico was saying it was lack of space against Russia. They were pincered quite often, so they think they know how to counter it, Toby. We'll see.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, Drainys. Brexico told us that they had been at home after yesterday's games against you guys and fixed the mistakes they made. So maybe they're thinking that you guys winning wasn't so much on you. It was more of them making mistakes that they've now fixed. Do you have anything to say in regards to that?
I know Germans are biggest tryhards in every game, so they definitely figure something out. But let's see who wins, right?
What were the main map picks for you? Was it Erangel?
It's Erangel, everything but Sanok. I don't know. We can play pretty much any map, but I feel like Erangel is just, our favorite.
Yeah, Sanok was very close yesterday.
It was very close. 3 alive, yeah.
So what's your score prediction then coming into this one? You thinking another 4-0 clean sweep?
Oh, it's hard to tell, but I think this time Germany will come up strong, so we might lose 1 or 2 maps, but we're still gonna win.
That's fair.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, hopefully. Well, thank you very much, Drainys. Go and get your team ready. I can see you just missing one player, and they'll be ready to go. So we're starting off. It's going to be Erangel 2.0, Toby.
Yes.
Fantastic stuff. Yesterday, it was it 2.0 that had the hill battle? It wasn't, right? That was Classic.
Yes.
Classic had the
yes.
Sanok Hill.
Yes.
Did we get to 2.0 yesterday with the Russia game?
We did get Triangle 2.0, but it wasn't the middle game.
Was that the milli game?
No, that wasn't the middle game.
That was Classic.
That was up by that was the one that was up by Potato Hill.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
Potato Hill. That's it. You're correct. That was Finland though. Finland, Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was. We've casted too many games in the same few
I
months.
don't think we got to Erangel Classic yesterday.
We must.
We had Classic, we had Sanok, we had Miramar, and we had a Vikendi. Yeah, we didn't have 2.0 yesterday with the German Russia game.
That's true.
So we're starting off with a map we haven't had between them.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so that's
I
good.
like it.
That's good. Up until yesterday, by the way, both those teams were undefeated coming into it. So
yeah.
And in fairness, the only team that Germany has lost to is Russia. So maybe we will see a slightly stronger performance this time.
And also, as you said, I mean, we shouldn't consider yesterday a warm-up because I think if you asked Germany, they probably would have wanted to go to the final without having to play Czech Republic. Yeah. But it really, I think it really does help you a lot, especially if you are the more tactical team. And I know Brexco is a really smart guy. He'll have sat and watched through the VODs and tried coordinated it and seen now we have actual footage with us against them to go back and look into what can we do to change it. And he said it perfectly. They need to somehow stop those sheep herders from hurting them.
I think they were also, if you look at the Czech game, the way they played, I think they were way more decisive in their play. Looking at, obviously, the way the Erangel match, he said, like he said himself, he said, we realized what our mistakes were against Russia, and we fixed them against the Czech Republic. It kind of worked, and then they adjusted again and made it even better because, obviously, the playing path suited them this time around. We're still waiting for everyone to get in the lobby. I can see it looks like it's full 32-32, so it's going to be everybody's in there. I'm glad to see. I think it was actually a Noctiv we were waiting for there, or is it Makato? One or the other. That is a stacked squad there, man. Some of the players. I think we got the player list, right? We could probably get it on the screen for you in a second. We're just waiting for the match to start up. So as soon as we do, we can get it in there and it all transitions nicely. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just putting pressure on production.
That's true. I mean, we had a long discussion about yesterday on Cast 2 because we could see these 8 guys, sheep herders, Melman and co., just running around and pushing the German forces into the wall, essentially, of the Russian army there.
And I love the fact that it was not planned. It just worked that way.
We pretty much confirmed to you guys that it was planned because it really looked like it.
But they did. But Drainys said it's like, no, we just they just do what they do. That's their squad's choosing it.
The fact that Brexco and co know, unless if it's just like a 600 IQ, they can't figure out a strats because they actually is planning it. But Drainys didn't want to give it away. If he knows now that it's not planned, that should mean that engaging with that team should be pretty easy if they never communicate back to the other guys. They can turn and
swat them. But they tried to catch them a few times, and that was what was splitting Germany up, because they kept like, oh, we're half committed.
But they was probably expecting that they do communicate.
Yes,
so maybe. If they know that they don't, they might just say, you know what, full send it on these 8 guys, and then go back.
The main thing for me with Russia is they're very, very fast to take space. They're like, when that circle shifts, you think of like a normal squad game, circle shifts, everyone's off, everyone's already ready. Well, that's what Russia are like in Nations Royale. Circle shifts and they're already moving for that space. Whereas it seems to be there's a delay in the general or wherever the squad's deciding, okay, we're going to go here, you go over there, you go over there. Just that little communication sort of delay. Here's the players, here's the teams for both Russia and Germany. And like I say, it's stacked. It is absolutely mega stacked, especially Russia. They are just names you all know. Everyone that's followed PUBG for the last year will recognize every single name in that squad.
What's kind of interesting to me is that one of the guys, Kai he got 11 kills when they just played Czech Republic, and I don't see him on the list of players. So maybe he's been substituted.
There he is. He's the 12th.
Oh, yes, there. Sorry, I just couldn't. Yeah, I saw myself blind on that one. I couldn't find him anyway. I was like, how would you get benched after having just had 11
kills? Got a problem
kills?
out of your left eye, maybe. Looking down the peripheral vision down there. Do you see Chris or Kane? You see them down there,
Wait,
Pity?
Who? I don't know.
It's Chris. Oh, dear. Anyway, it is... well, I think it's going to be a fairly kind play. We're going on to Erangel Classic, Erangel 2.0, sorry, to start with. And it does mean it should be a relatively clean chance. Now, the question is, will we see an east-west, a north-south? Will we see people challenging for the same spots? Now, Germany went for, Yasnaya School and Milta last time. Russia, we'll see whether they put a pate to that. Looks like they're going out and looking for Severny early on.
We're like 2 for 2 today on military games on Erangel. And with this plane, I I don't even. It's rare that I don't want to see a military game, but I kind of don't.
No,
I kind of don't want to see a military game.
We've had 3 military games, so 3 Sosnovka for the last couple of games. It's
like 3 or
pretty
4.
regular.
3 out of 4 the last 4 games. Yeah, exactly. But with having had so many, you would assume that the players also reach a point where they go, well, it's probably going to go down there again.
But on that same thinking, it is tried and tested. Everybody knows what they're doing in that sort of situation now, so it kind of can make it good. Chris once again being the scout, along with Koa have a peek over the side. Couple of Novo runners just to put a presence on Sosnovka Island, and it is very much an east-west split between the two. Military
base control for the Russian team, and well, I mean, we said yesterday that circles can mean everything, and they can late game, but we saw Germany with big circles advantages early, who didn't really manage to get their way circle.
Oh, the opposite side. Oh dear. Oh dear.
That's a Russia circle.
Well, that's a challenge. Now, we go back to what we were talking about with the Czech Republic, Toby. As you Russia, do you try and set out a big line, a big net, effectively, to catch them in? Or do you just think, let's center up, we'll take it to phase 2, phase 3, that's where we'll set our line of defense up?
I think you can set a lineup now that's going to work in circle 2, because you don't want to stay in Pachinki and all. You can give them Pachinki, but what you want to do is down by where Faultless is, that little forest area there.
Yeah.
There, Tests compound down south, Kisik further north, and Grishka. If you get those 4 places locked down with like 3 or 4 players so vehicles can't go through without being blown up or being close to, then, I mean, you can see pretty much now, if you can make a line right there with just like 3 or 4 in each compound, you're essentially forcing the opponents to either go Ferry Pier or north of, well, essentially north of Everest.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
and you don't have to commit like the entire team to it. You can have like just as an outpost type thing.
Just have one squad split between, say, Faultless and Test, and then another squad split between Kisik and maybe the Yellows.
That field will then be death.
Yeah.
Even though, I mean, yes, I mean, in all fairness, it might actually come in really handy that you can destroy Haybull.
Oh, no, Chris. He's got a Vector.
He does have a Vector.
Not a lot else. But he knows that Russia's this way, right?
You would think.
Oh, he absolutely. Okay, he's got a geared up M16.
With the 30 bullets.
Yeah, but he's geared up. It's Chris.
It is Chris.
Have faith.
That is true. That's one thing I can't deny. It is Chris.
You can't deny his name. And there's a lot. This guy's got a lot of meds.
He does. He is.
Jesus, that's another first aid. Any other first aids he's gonna find? This is like the dream. Don't want that shotty. Now,
I don't think
he's very loud. No, he's no clue that Chris is here. Koa's coming in as well. Koa's coming in support.
I think that's why he's not pushing it. Chris wants to have the 2v1 advantage. And also, he can't
so
be
Chris knows he's in the
there's
house.
only one.
Yeah.
Like, Chris cannot be guaranteed that there's just one guy lurking around here. So he's waiting for Kobo to push in alongside him. Make sure that they have the advantage, potentially.
Slow crouch walk. Okay. Make no noise. Koa coming in.
Also, this is a pretty essential compound. Like, if they get this spot, they have clear vision through the field.
I would have the Vector out right now. Yeah, I was thinking that.
No extended mag. Could be scary.
Did he just hear him?
I mean, I think Chris knows exactly where he is. But
oh no, Chris has it. Chris knows. Yeah.
Mini.
No, he's no clue. He's got no gun out. He's got no gun out at all.
Oh, hello. As soon as he jumps
Drilled.
in the car, Chris does all the reconnaissance. Kobo comes and takes the kill.
And that was 5-6 med packs that they're going to get out of that, along with the bullets and everything. So that's their little step, their little foothold. The first man down was hunted.
It's going to give them a lot of vision, though. Look at how much they can see now. They can see all the way to Faultlessly, essentially. Like, they can see all the way over there. They might not be able to see if there's people in that compound, but they will have a ton of vision in that direction.
Here comes Sky God.
Or like, because it's not going too fast.
No, and he's just diverted completely off. Deep down. It wasn't. It's just checking it, making sure it's not camped. Or is he just... No, he's not looting.
Deep is running. You heard the vehicle. Ooh, this is a... I mean, Kaigot is the vehicle explosion manager today, at least on Vikendi, and he said he's going to see one, but I think he's going to divert and not try and engage too much in this. I think they saw there was just one guy in the car, though. Yeah, I think Kaigot's in trouble.
Cube is where he's at. Now, actually, Greg carried on.
I think he's going to stop on the other side.
There's two of them here. Kaigot could do it, too.
Example is there now as well.
Okay, yeah, there's 3. Yeah.
And they've
Russian nades coming in. Oh, Kaigot's got one. Deep's down. Trying to cook a little nade. Peek it out the door.
This is where Greg on the other side needs to help, and he does the off
Greg
angle.
from behind. There you go. Nice.
Oh, Brexco was there. Where did you come from?
Yeah, Brexco just came in. He's dead as well. But there's more.
Well, there's a full team.
Full German squad pulled up.
Welcome.
So Example down. There's actually only 2 in there. Example, Greg's going to give the maybe off angle. Hiruzen can't get Hackerjack down, and Hackerjack takes him out. Did they get Kaigob? No, I don't think they're going to get back him up, but they should be able to get Brexco. No, he got flushed as well.
He is getting back up, Kaigob. Kaigob is getting up.
Yep,
Brex got flushed immediately.
Yep.
But Kai will get back up on his feet. So the captain took one for the team, quite literally. And this is, again, one of those spots, one of the entry points to the circle they want to take control of. Now, they do have a little bit of a push going on the south side of the circle, but this is...
Mika's having a look.
Yeah, he want to try and check and if the bridge is clear, but it's not.
Yeah, he sees them sailing up over the river. That's fine. A couple of shots coming on me. So interesting. Okay, they've also got a foothold down south. They've took the crossroads at the bridge. Everybody came over Sosnov. There's nobody on the island anymore.
That's your teammate, Kumbud. Maybe he's baiting them.
Just going to finish off the deep. I'll have to go.
Like, you know what? Just, what do you say? Just prevent the pain. They don't want to let him torture.
It's the Russian way.
It's the Russian way. Seems like the majority of the Germans are moving back down south. They figured that there wasn't a whole lot to come for them the northern side.
Yeah, they're not pushing over.
Circles. Whoa,
okay, Gatka. All right. Well, it's good for Russia.
I think Russia's going to stay here.
No, Russia's just going to move into Gatka, right? Gatka and maybe Chopsticks?
I think a lot of the... I would assume, at least, that a lot of the Russian players will stay on the southeast side.
Oh, I tell you what, if Ubika and co don't move quick, they're going to get run over. They are on the go. Here comes Germany across the farm fields. Who's that out in the middle of nowhere? Dessau for Russia. He is in no man's land, the other side of Pachinki Hill. Just chilling. He's going to be caught behind enemy lines. He will be.
If he can get up here, he's going to see the entire...
Germany's going for South Chopsticks, and there is the compounds that are sort of all around that they're going to get. Russia have kind of backed away from it. They've allowed them in, at least.
Yeah. They've opened the door and said, welcome. We'll allow you in for now. But as Braxco also said, it's their...
Oh, that's too committal, you idiot. That's too committal.
No.
No.
Gotta get out.
Krabik's going for you. Krabik picked out the side. Germany's going for it. That's okay. Okay, Nelos, that's one way of trying to approach. Marco gets around. Krabik's going to finish off Nelovs, but Krabik's in trouble. He's going to get flushed down. And it's kind of worked for Germany, but they've lost a lot of people doing it.
Yeah.
They should be able to get... Can they get Sane back up? I think he's safe.
Might be. They are still in the lead.
Nadir will be back up. Voryx will be back up. They run over a lot of people, to be fair.
They are still in the lead. I mean, they're up by 3.
Yeah.
And they're in a pretty decent spot in the circle. I mean, it's pretty fair. They might not have the biggest chunk, but it's a very playable area. And they also have all their cars intact, so... Should be able to line up the next circle. But what they've said, I mean, as Braxton said, it's their phase 3, phase 4. Like that one really good move by Russia that has been the downfall of Germany yesterday. And I think I'm looking at Russia, just thinking, where are they
going to go? See, at the moment they're all in Gatka. There's a lot of people in Gatka and the surrounding compounds, but
this next circle is going to be the winning decider.
I gotta be honest, Gatka can get overwhelmed by this many Germans. I think.
Then again,
okay, now they're reinforcing.
The Russia is there, so.
Well, they're reinforcing now. They're starting to come. They're all pulling back in because obviously it does pull them down. So that circle, Alio and co, all will just come down off the mountain. Batulin's still looting in crates.
He's not in a hurry.
He's definitely not in a hurry. So now we can see they've spread to North Chopsticks as well, Germany here. Germany honestly have a good foothold. And the problem is this is a case of where does the circle go? Because it's just open fields. So it either goes east or it either goes west. And someone somewhere is going to get themselves a whole lot of luck.
The sound is, well, he is very alone, to say the least. He's caught miles, quite literally, behind enemy lines. And he might become really useful later. And I think it's pretty smart that he doesn't just go, oh, there's guys here, and start shooting. He can provide a lot of info to his team once it gets hectic. But then again, they don't care about information in Russia, so why does that matter?
All right. It's going to take a little while to just collapse in. Corey's just going to loot over there. Feels like he needs a bit more, I guess.
This next shift could be, I think, pretty telling of who's going to end up winning this game.
Vorik's going down to Gideon, so they're giving themselves a little south out there towards the compounds. Tabs coming across to that compound as well, along with Set, former teammates.
Mm-hmm.
He's still trying Trashy, so there's...
this time it's opponent
24.
That's good.
Yeah.
Seth with the level 3 gear VSS SLR combo. Not something you see utilized too often. Now he's been spotted by Gideon. Tap needs to come up and help. That's the AOG around the corner. Gets the kill on one. And whoever wins this fight here, I mean, whoever wins this fight here will have the south side control. Now let's see where that next circle is going to take us.
Okay, circle shift. It goes well for Germany. Now, they're going to reinforce the ridgeline where Vorik and Hackerjack is, but they don't want to reinforce too much. It means everybody that's in the north, those northern chopsticks compounds, can just shrug down, get themselves... Oh, are they going to overcommit to this hillside? I'm wondering.
Russia's going to be clapping their hands that Tap went down there alongside Set, because they just secured... Had that compound been in German hands too, they would have been... Like, they would have had a half compound left to play.
Yeah. They're about to commit to something.
This is very, very beneficial for them. And you can see all the Russian players right now rotating south.
Yeah, everybody's going down to that south spot. And Germany recognized this as well, because they realized, obviously, that's open fields. They either have to crash the compounds. This is where the fight's going to be. This is where the lines have been drawn. And Germany are setting things off well. Set's down. He was the initial scout along with Tab.
I think whoever wins the forest on the south side here wins the game. Yeah, I don't care too much about the compound. It's kind of have to be shifted away from at some point. Whoever wins, like whoever gets control of this forest wins the game.
This is the fight. There is going to be no other fights. Udir's going across. Where's Udir going?
Both captains down now. Drainys went peekaboo, and well, he peeked a bit too hard.
Okay, everyone else continuing down south. This is going to be where the fight is. Now, the problem is, if these in the field commit, also go south, Germany can just wrap around the back of them.
Yes, and I think they'll have to stay for that exact reason.
Yeah.
Same goes the other way, though. If the compound starts running across to try and help, the Russian players will just crash into the compound.
OD has moved up as the scout just to say, keep them where they are.
And then he saw there was a lot of them. And then he
no, he's just backing away from grenades.
Like,
just making sure he doesn't get grenaded out.
Yeah.
There's that Wanderers nearby. And it would give him that nice off angle. And here's the rain battleground. The hillside. And for once, Germany have the high ground. On Russia. They've outmaneuvered them, I feel, in this one. Dessau is going to try and do something.
I mean, they have had
Pity's looking back, though.
That last circle did shift massively in Germany's favor. And that given that, they still only have control of half of it. So
yes.
I think, I mean, everything considered,
it's only 5 player difference.
Yeah. It shifted completely away from Russia. Like, there was pretty much only Tab who was inside that circle. Tab and Set were the only ones in.
Is Test getting nade range?
Team is here.
Test is getting nade range. Russia's making an offensive push, it looks like, down the bottom. Yes, they are. They're making a push. They're coming up the hillside. So because Test has got in there, the nades are coming over the top. Russia are piling forward. Germany are going to get overwhelmed here. There's no way they can keep this many back. Dessau's managed to strike. He gets Pity in the back. That was way down south. He's now got support as well. Platoon's gone over to him. So he's managed to get around, and Russia are piling forward. Germany are splintered. They have to either back away to their compounds or commit to it, but it looks like they're going to have to back to the compounds. There's nothing they can do. They got massively reinforced down south, and Germany are going to lose numbers here.
15 years later, Battlin joins the fight, and the timing was absolutely perfect. Now the circle has gone up to the compound, and as I said, Forest team wins the fight. I do not believe Germany will prevail, even with control of the hard cover.
They just went from a 6-person lead to now a 5-person loss.
Yes.
First lady picked off by Batulin there. And now anybody that's at north has to reinforce to get this compound. This south compound is where Russia are just going to hit it on force.
You would have to assume so. I mean, they're going to wait one circle and see if it shifts away. And if it doesn't, they're just going to go yeehaw into the buildings.
So they've just reacquired their position in the fields. And now will we see everybody go to that position? I think we might. Now, they could wrap around. See where Compot Trash is? He was with his M24 up in that field in the north. He's getting a good look at what exactly is still remaining in this compound, the one they lost. They could wrap all the way around and pile in for that, and Germany would be caught in between 2 buildings.
I think he can only do that because he's alone, though. Like, they have no idea he's there.
Yeah, but the fact is he's giving the information, and just a mass vehicle migration would catch them off guard.
Yeah, they do have some vehicles. You can see them moving out of the forest now, but I think the majority of the cars for Russia are actually further southwest into the blue. So they get ones that are down on the south side.
They're all in cars. They're all in cars. Everybody.
They are even. Okay. I thought they had backed off the comp.
No. That's how they did it so quick. They all came piling around. The ones in the field charged around.
They have the cars up there now, ready to fly. I mean, I think right now they're just kind of like we saw yesterday on Sanok, where they just sat back and waited for the circle to go off the mountain. Right now they're sitting and waiting for the circle to go off the compound. And I really like the fact that we see Germany right now. Pretty much everyone leaves the compound.
In that entire fight that just happened, Russia lost 2 players.
Yup.
Germany lost, what,
half 13? Their team.
13, I think, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they had to take that.
Haynes, where are you going? You are in no man's land, son. Don't know where you thought you were walking there, but that is, I mean, you're in an open field.
He was exploring. He thought it was on a PvE server.
And he took Joey with him. So, and that's another one gone as well. So there's another one down there. So they're down to 14.
Yeah.
For 13, sorry, for nothing, because final Ghost has gone down. They're just being whittled off now. Look at Russia. Look at if you could see the map, you would see them they are literally walking forward. There's the circle. It goes to the north. It means the northern compound. Now Germany should just consolidate and get to that bloody compound in the north. Get up there ASAP. But the northern squad line is just moving in. Sane's going to be up there. Marco's going to get picked off as well. Chris down. Batulin gets the work on him, and Russia's just stepping it slowly, and now the nades come.
Russia is playing Haybell to Haybell right now, and it sure as hell is working for them. Nades around the backside. Chris almost flushed out, but Yanis is there to help. As I say that, he does get taken down in the end. Nades are now being used as they come within range. Insane and other players, they're falling like flies. I do not see how in the universe Germany can survive this one.
Yeah, I think the game was lost when Germany committed too many to just the open hill battle down south. They had all the compounds. They didn't need to really push down there. They only need to just send 1 or 2 to confirm it. The problem was they lost that one guy to the tap. One person. And a whole squadron moved down there. And then another squadron followed because they're like, oh, everybody down south. Oh, there's something going to south.
And
everybody committed to it. And it was just like this roll-on effect of almost trying to do the converse of yesterday, right?
Yeah.
They overreacted instead of underreacting. Think of the Miramar game where Drainys' crew came in and took over that compound, and then they were too slow to react to it. It was almost the converse effect of like, we need to react, we need to get down there, and they just piled people down there, and it just
did not work.
It didn't work, no, at all. And Russia were just, I mean, they had everybody there. Their entire team was there, and that's how Nations Royale works, right? It's simple math. You have 30 players, you have 20 players, they're going to beat you.
Most likely, at least. I mean, it's very rare.
Yeah,
barring teams down by that big numbers,
like crazy nades or something.
Yeah, exactly. I think if they wanted, like the idea of playing the south side forward was good, but as you said, Russia was already there by the time of the game, so it didn't really make much sense. Had they been down there with half the team 1 circle earlier, because Russia was never going to hard crash into that compound in circle 2. They don't do, like, they play aggressive, but they don't play stupid. They would never have done that. So had they had control south and never allowed for the tap and Seth's I7 to be down there to begin with, that would have made for a very, very difficult game for Russia, but they just kind of reacted 1 circle too late.
Yeah, so it is Russia that take the first map. They did say, I mean, Erengel was their map.
True.
So it works out well for them. It does mean we move on to Vikendi? Is Vikendi number 2? It is Vikendi. So actually that is Brexco's map choice, so for Germany. So
exactly.
Vikendi next. Do you see this?
Vikendi yesterday was one of the few that they were close to winning. They had some good plays, but again, that was the game where they that was the first game we really saw the sheep herders come into effect. Went up on the northern side when they pushed them all the way down. Yeah. If they can get into a similar situation and prevent that, because there was not really any sheep herding in this game at all. It was just a full-on brawl on the south side, exactly. If they can avoid, like now they know what it takes. At least they know of that being a possibility for Russia. I want to see what Brexco and the guys can do against the potential of that strategy coming to use.
Well, we'll find out, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a quick break. When we come back, we're moving to Vikendi. Can Germany get it back, or will Russia continue their dominance? See you then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GLL Nations Royale. It is Germany versus Russia, and Russia are 1-0 up after Engal 2.0. A win there, Toby. Takes them into just 3 maps away from victory. And do we see Germany slowing that progress?
I hope so, and if so, well, this is Germany's map pick, right? This was one of the
games.
This is
their choice. This is their choice for Kendi next. Yeah.
This is one of the maps that they at least came out and said that was one of their strong maps, and also showed yesterday that was one of the maps where not only based on circles, but they actually had a chance to go out and win the game, and they kind of fell short.
Yeah, and they dominated against the Czech Republic on here earlier on as well, with the circle shifts, kind of doing their favor. But honestly, it was all about the
There's the move.
just the individual play.
Yeah.
God, they got about 15 people from the Czech Republic in rotations, in vehicle explosions.
I don't
left,
think
right, and
they'll
center.
be able to do that against Russia.
No.
For the one reason alone that Russia moves as a unit. So you can't really
On foot.
find that on foot. Yeah, exactly. No
They
vehicle.
won't use the vehicles. They'll catch them on foot. I don't see a game yet, which is a problem.
We're not in a hurry.
Oh,
We're not in a hurry.
no.
It's Russian service,
doing this
D-Man.
again.
We'll talk for a while.
Russian remakes. We had so many remakes. Why is...
I'm thinking what you're thinking, I think.
Why is Brexico, Germany's map choice,
Exactly.
being made on a Russian server? Why is the German map choice not played? So do they get the
It
choice
has
of
to
map,
be
but it's
fair.
theirs is the other server? Is that how it works? It must be. One chooses the map, and they get the server. The opposition.
That's why I want a full-on interactive veto, where we get to hear them talk and we get to see them shake hands before the game starts.
Yeah, I mean, I just assume the back and forward is one gets. If you get the map choice, it's the other team's server.
Besides the server, yeah.
And obviously, it won't affect. Say, for example, Germany versus Czech Republic wouldn't affect it because they'll be on Europe.
Yeah.
But for CIS versus EU, which this is, obviously it does affect it.
It does. I
Quite
mean, it's
a lot.
there's. I don't know if there's something wrong with any of the servers, but there has been a lot of reports lately that
I think
connection issues is
maybe it's just the latest patch. I don't know. You never know. Every time a patch comes out, something new rears its head. It's the classic case of fix one.
I'm no
fix
coding
two, break
expert,
another.
but I've heard people say that if you fix something in one corner,
Yeah.
that you think it's gonna like you fix a
Got it,
light
working,
post down here, all of a sudden 3 barrels are floating over here. It's like how
How
are those even
How are they
connected?
connected? How is
So-
this a thing?
So fixing stuff normally also means that you break like 16 other things in another corner, and then you kind of start over again.
And that's how you.
That's
how you-
coding.
That's why they have big QA departments,
that
quality
is
assurance, and beta servers, which are being used as glider territory.
Glide testing.
Glide testing territory.
That's good. That's good. I like it.
Everybody's happy about it. Honestly, it's Fortnite had these things. We get gliders, and everybody's like, yes, gliders.
Well, something. It's been a while.
It's something.
No, but I mean, it's
True.
been a while. I mean, yes, we get the BRDMs and we get new guns every now and again, but think about it. It's been a while since there's been something like unique added to the game that acts because the jet ski was kind of just a small boat.
Yeah.
The BRDM is
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
just a
it's
car
true.
that
Yeah.
has more HP. This is a fully functional, different element to the game. Like, you get to be alive and flying on purpose. that is.
And then the good old passenger switches for the drive-bys.
Those things, it's the first time we get to, like, for, I want to say a year and a half, pretty much,
Flybys.
that we get something completely new thrown in the game. That's cool.
That's on every map.
I understand
believe.
people's joy. It's, I think right now
think it's
it's
on
only
Sunday.
on
It's
the
on
laps.
Erangel.
I think it's only on
Miramar.
Erangel and Miramar.
It's definitely Miramar.
I mean, I haven't had a chance to
I'm
try it.
thinking of all the highlights. I'm not had to go. I'm just thinking of all the highlights I've seen. It's always been.
I think it's only
Miramar,
Erangel and Miramar.
Erangel, yeah.
And the thing is, right now, as far as I've heard from people, that the in the laps mode that you should definitely go out and play. It's they are hard spawned, which means they only spawn the same places. So people set up traps. Like if they spawn close to them, they'll go down and if it's like it's one of those where if I don't get it, you remember that from Battlefield when you don't get the helicopter.
I don't get it. Nobody's getting it.
I wonder if I should shoot. Like you always plan a C4 on it, just in the off chance that you don't get it. So if you don't, team kill. No, sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, it spawned again. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So you have a 30-odd second
You
respawn.
have
Oh, there it
3
is.
seconds.
Bye.
You have 3 seconds to enjoy this plane. Boop. And you can just see him stand on the runway like, you try and take off in that thing. See what happens.
You end up with like people staring at each other like,
yeah, you will die.
The joy of playing public Battlefield.
It's good times.
Good times.
Good times.
The server's up, which is a good sign. We've feel talking about Battlefield. I mean, the reason we talk about Battlefield is because this is so close to Battlefield type modes. It's your Conquest 32-32.
That's the next thing, because there is a Conquest type mode within custom game accessibility, but I don't think you can platoon a Conquest game.
Yeah, that would be the next step. Right?
Yeah, that could be fun that you get these different. So it's not the blue circle closing in as we used to. It's more like a take control of A, B, whatever.
A, B, C is the
domination
ticket system. Yeah.
Yeah, same system. That could be fun within the realm of
PUBG.
Yeah. I think that could be really, really interesting.
Still best game for me. The most balanced was Battlefield 1942. For that reason. Is because it was the ticket mode, which was great at the time. The Conquest system and the balance. And for me, PUBG's got great balance, so it would actually work so well. Whereas the current Battlefield balance is a little bit off.
The reason there's not that many people play it.
A little bit off, and there's not that many people play it. Yeah.
What now? Just to round off the whole Battlefield talk, I know you're not supposed to talk that much about other games, but what was your favorite map? Now that we're in the nostalgic period.
What was my favorite game?
Favorite BF 1942
map.
Wait, first of all, were you a tank guy or a plane guy?
I was kind of an all-rounder. I wasn't a plane guy to the extent of our pilots, because I played it obviously, but I played in the top teams.
Also,
so,
big ships. Was fun that you could do that.
Yeah, you could do ships, but the things with the ships is you had a bit of an acetate you used to put over your screen, and pretty much that don't move it. Yeah. That's the spot you shoot, and it will hit that spawn, because it was always a fixed sky back then. It was a fixed roof. Yeah, it depends. Battle Axe was always fun.
Yeah.
Wake Island was great.
Wake Island was amazing.
Wake Island was great. I'm thinking... what was it called? It wasn't Kursk. It was...
Tobruk?
What was the bloody... No. That Tobruk was in... What do you call it? That was in...
El Alamein.
That was in the... What was the desert? They had the add-on, right?
El Alamein and Tobruk.
Yeah, that was the add-on. God damn it. It wasn't... What was it? It was the hill. It was the...
Omaha Beach?
No, it's Russian city. Why can't I think of it? BMK.
Operation Battle Axe?
No. I can't even remember the damn name of it. It's a Russian city. Russian town.
Stalingrad?
No, not Stalingrad. Stalingrad was great fun because that was just infantry only and I was heavy infantry.
Yeah.
Stalingrad and Berlin were both really good fun maps. But god damn it. It's a Russian city. I can't even. It begins with K. I can't remember the damn name.
Oh, Krakow.
Krakow.
That's
Polish.
Yeah, Krakow.
Polish. Krakow.
Yeah,
Krakow. Yeah. No, it wasn't Krakow. It's Kharkov. Kharkov.
Kharkov.
KH. Yeah, Kharkov. KHARKOV. There we go. Your city, Ukrainian city. There we go. Neither of us are right. Yeah.
Now that we're talking about PUBG, look at this circle. Germany gets it on what we haven't seen so far, Vikendi East Island potential at least finish.
Yeah,
we haven't been over there yet,
and this is pulling it way down into the corner. Is it Kana? I can't remember the name of that city down there where Hackerjack's in right now. Yeah, down that way.
It's Kantra.
Kantra. That's it. Kantra.
I guess it's Santra because if it's Russian-ish and the C's are S's. Like Kamka is Santra.
So it's Santra. No, because Cosmodrome is Cosmodrome.
That's also an English word, right? Cosmo. Or is it Latin?
Cosmonaut.
Yeah?
I don't know.
But just the word Cosmo, isn't that Latin?
Yeah.
Come on, D-man.
Like I know my Latin. let me just like act like I know.
You're
Latin.
old enough to have had Latin in school.
Ixnay on the hombre, son. I think that's actually Mexican. Pretty sure.
It's not Latin. I think that's for sure. When you say hombre in the end of it, I don't think that's Latin. I think that's very, very Mexican.
I don't know. It's from The Offspring. I know that. Ixnay on the hombre.
In any case,
the name of their album.
We do have two Russian players. Make that 2.5. Slims is just on the side. We have 2.5 Russian players inside the circle, and seemingly they aren't really in a hurry to move. But we always know that once they do move, they do, and they normally leave a whole trail of death behind them.
I'm just seeing Phil miles away.
Oh, he's chilling. He's
on his way down now.
He's like Groot. I am Phil.
I am Phil.
And now he's rotating. This snow bike. Not something you see.
The thing that wasn't in there for so long, right? That it got released and then removed for so long.
Because it was very buggy.
Yeah.
Do you want to start flying? Well, as a chance you might.
You're talking about new things that get into the game. This was one.
But that is still essentially just a bike.
It is, just with
that's the reason
ski tracks.
Yeah. Imagine submarines in PUBG.
We don't know. I mean, if you go in submarines, you got to have ships, right?
We have boats.
Yeah, we have bloody dinghies. we have, and
should we tell the observer that there's no sound on?
We could do. Maybe we'll just let them keep guessing.
Maybe we will. What is this? Oh, I think they're realizing now. I think they just realized the fact there's no audio on. I'm not really seeing a decide. Like we talked about Russia moving as a unit. I'm not really seeing so far any one clear call saying let's go south around, let's go north around, let's push through the middle.
I think basically they realized that okay, this is a very German territory. Just loot up fully. There's no rush.
I think this would have been a much easier win for Germany had it been on the old Vikendi, because now they can rotate. Like you used to only be able to drive across the ice from Podvosto and north.
I think they also realized that, is it Vornova that's down the bottom there, is probably free. Castle's very much German territory. The cement factory is very much German territory, and Cantra, whichever we're calling it down there, Santa Claus, down south is very much that. Kaigod and Mika are scouting as much as they can, but I'm pretty safe to say Volnova, which is like one of the walled cities, there's quite a few of them actually, but he is a walled city, is pretty much covered off. Set's going out for the crate.
He's the one. Wasn't it Drainys yesterday say, I never really know what this set is doing? Like in the military game, it was also miles behind the enemies. I think this is kind of one of those where, wait, does anyone know what Set's doing? He's like joining the game in his own.
Think of the last game. He was the one that was out there.
That's what I'm saying. He was down there grabbing territory for the team, never being appreciated by anyone. But essentially, him and Tap did what they needed to get the win. Kemba, well, he is in trouble because your one kill only friend just wasted his one kill on his teammate. That's unfortunate.
One kill only versus 137 kills in the Phase 2 PEL. Might want to revive that guy.
Each your priority.
Might want to revive that guy.
And now I think we can start to see Russia having committed. And as you said before, South seems to be.
What do you fancy, Set? It's like a buffet at a restaurant, just pulling up. You can have a white ghillie suit, a green ghillie suit. Which flavor would you variety?
But there's no tag stock, so is it really worth?
I know, right?
It's kind disappointing. Lame crate, that is. Only MK14s and Grosas and AOGs. No tag stocks.
Is it all? What else in there? There wasn't. I didn't see. And maybe he got it early.
And also, he probably took the only boat in that area, so no one can really. No one, unless if he's going to taxi loot.
Mailman's
I don't really see anyone else being able to get out there.
So as I said, they're going to get the hill. They're going to get Volnova.
When does Germany read that they're all sitting south? Because they have a big chunk up on that cement factory. I feel like there's more than just one squad up in the cement factory. Hulk Jesus, he's not wearing winter clothes, which is why I can see he's a little sad.
I never realized there was a Hulk Jesus in.
I think there's a Hulk Jesus in all the churches.
Is there one in Erangel? I don't remember seeing.
No, but there's also broken churches. Yeah, like church ruins, so that doesn't count.
Okay, connection down south. Couple of shots across. Circles pulled very much in. And now it's still German territory.
That was a picture of my 2020 haircut.
Well, you can have a bold patch.
New year, new me.
You can have the monk cut.
Yeah, you know.
All right. So, well, Germany, this is by right. Okay, so they need to reinforce because Russia are going to try and push over one of these bridges. Germany needs to be quick to reinforce because Russia are going to have the numbers there in place.
Seda's made it across. He's in the hot springs.
Little baby Jesus.
I don't think that's him. Krishka down in the blue, and there's still quite a few players from Russia who haven't really made their way into the circle yet. They might end up becoming the sheep herders, but it's not the players that we saw do it yesterday.
No. There's they're already over.
The crossing is there. Stims come, but Elia battling is there
This
as
right
well.
here, this right here that you're seeing right here, this is Germany losing the match.
Are you really gonna go out and say it that early?
Yep.
32v32.
Yep. They've allowed Russia over the bridge, over the river. Germany's.
But you couldn't. You couldn't really hold that.
Yeah, but no. Look at Germany. Germany are set up to hold this line, and they have lost this line already.
They
Their entire map. They're just going to crumble, and Russia's going to go through it like a bloody chisel.
They did decide to defend it in the most obvious place that they wouldn't push through. Because why the hell would they go out to castle? And that's where they're all sitting.
They've put like 2 squads in castle.
Like, why would they go out to castle when there's like a 10-meter crossing on the south side? I do agree with you that it doesn't really seem to make sense, but with that said, they are holding off pretty well right now. Mika find 2 already. It's going to go down and return. Circle going south too. And Germany, get those engines running because you need to make your way down there if you don't want to prevent them from crossing over.
And yeah, I mean, this is Russia are in. They're in. I mean, Germany are doing well. Don't get me wrong. They're landing a lot of kills here. Now, here comes the German revival. They're all leaving the castle. They're all flooding down from the north side. So now they're going to catch Russia maybe on the hop because they're all against these back walls. But we will see. Brexco, was that Brexco just
flew up himself?
Nice.
Yeah. He didn't want to be alive, obviously.
Screw this game.
It was the server.
Server lag.
We'll blame the server. Germany under pressure. Russia is now the team to see in the kill feed. They're down by 3 now, Germany, and it seems like the foothold has been obtained.
Yeah.
The beachhead.
This is basically, it's become a town battle on the edge of country. Yeah. This has become a full-on brawl. Russia, they don't want to cross over that road too much. The walls are their friends, though. They're already up on the beachheads, you can see, and Germany trying to reinforce as much as they can and get these angles covered off. Not looking good, though, for Germany, in my opinion.
Not at all, and I agree with you. I mean, they should have done more to try. I mean, this was seemingly the most obvious point to cross. Where is the shortest crossing? That should be where they would want to cross. And it was as if that was a place that Germany had the fewest people defending. And it wasn't because they weren't down here at some point. They had easily... Oh, my lord. There was plenty of opportunities for them to go and make plays on the southern side earlier. They just never really committed to it.
Yeah, and this is their map choice, don't forget, as well.
Yeah.
So, well, Phoenix is trying to do what he can, making the push over, but there are a plethora of options available to him, and unfortunately, too many people shooting his way. Example and Co. off on the left with the flank. Germany are making a concerted effort to go across. They're pushing over the road. We'll see whether this works out. Singh gets in there. Stimmix is in there as well. Stimmix will get 1. Stimmix gets the 2nd, and they're all down. Makatu will clean them out. And that little push has backfired. Grag tried to do the same, so Russia tried to do similar on the left side, but it is Russia that are coming out on top at the moment.
They have caught up quite a bit, though. Look at the kill feed. Germany has not lost a player for a while. Russia was sitting at 27. Russia was 27-20. Now it's 18-19. They've just caught back 8 kills.
And Makato's starting to nail back. Now, Russia are actually outnumbered here because they have a squad down south. This is normally the sheep herders. They're way down south, way out the way. And Germany using the numbers in their advantage to try and push in. Rax just got in and got himself a clean out. Gets 1, 2, 3. As he pushes out around the side, gets yet another there. And Russia screwed the pooch by sending a squad down south. I don't even know why they went down south.
I think they called them in saying they must be trying to do something fancy here. We need to make a play. We need to make it now. And it's been paid off for them.
Yeah, Makatu's still alive, but he's the last man doing what he can in there. The rest of his squad, they're starting to wrap around. So we got Set, we got everybody that basically went down into random territory. And sure, they've got the circle, but it's a 6 versus 15. But it is open territory that they have to cross over now. So Germany got to regroup. They got to push.
14 versus 6. It looks absurdly unlikely.
Yeah. And they're split as well. So there's there is quite a large territory that Germany have to pass over. You got to start taking these shots.
I was going to say you don't hold back now, Set. You just start shooting with an MK14.
He's just trying to see if
start shooting.
Yeah. Seeing if there's any knocks he could get. There's tack stock in that one. We're safe.
That's 1. 13 more to go.
If you can confirm.
If you can get the flush, exactly. You've got to start shooting. None of them are inside. I mean, now they are just exactly. And Marco is trying to drive forward.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they got to do. They got to get a couple of vehicles and just bomb rush that rock that they're at.
Yeah, I think you got to sacrifice 2 or 3 German players to have the other ones push forward and get the kills. That would be the, I mean, at least what would make sense to me.
A lot of options available. Marco down, another one down. Marco confirmed.
I think Hackerjack is doing the right thing here. Just send it.
Hackerjack's in trouble, gets caught, but he manages to get the shot down. Edelweiss has been dropped. He was on top of the hill. Wanderer's in trouble. He's taking shots as well. And you can see Udir's forced the Wanderer away. And Hackerjack's got around the backside of the Wanderer.
That's the thing. Every one player that Russia loses here is huge.
6
They've
to 12.
cut it down to 6 to 12. It was 6 to what, 16 just before. Now it's 6 to 12.
And there's quite a few knocked in there as well.
Yeah, it's not over just yet. Figgy is making a run for it. Seth obviously has been spotted a while back. He has Giannis and Gideon up on his side. Now Rax is coming too. The white ghillie is amazing, but just not winning in a grass field.
That's adventurous nade. You're not going to reach that far, son.
In before Rax runs into it.
He's smoking out his approach. He sees him getting surrounded. Set goes down. Gideon catches him out. That's one.
You would have to think that
Hackerjack's caught out. Oh, it's a trade. It was a trade. Set does go down. Gideon in the end finishing him off.
Every trade here goes in the favor of
Edelweiss back up on his feet. So he was knocked, remember?
Yep.
Nice one off to the left. He's got to be careful. Edelweiss trying to keep them at bay. Koa and Pity down as well. Very tight.
They're holding off strong. They're doing a very good job at trying to survive here.
They're slowly getting wrapped. This is the problem.
That's the thing. They have to prevent. Like, someone needs to kind of hold the contain on the northern side to make sure they can't wrap all the way around. They just don't.
Crazy Buster's trying to find a spot. He's like, I don't like it there. I want to get over here. This is not a good angle. I got him in a little shacks. Yeah.
Neither of them are very optimal. Yeah, and this is pushing around the side now. This is what they need. Edelweiss needs to be sure.
He's got Udir down. He's been finished off. Udir gone. 5 to 10.
Kobo is knocked as well, so it's technically 5-9.
Koa's down.
Wait, now it's 5-9. With Kobo knocked, so it's 5-8. Wanderer does get tagged by Memo.
This is from 6-14, by the way.
Yes, they are.
Wanderer's getting surrounded, but he's yeah, they are starting to wrap around. Giannis has come right around the back of Crazy Buster now.
And that's the losing play right there. If they're allowed
maybe,
to
but there's a nade coming out, so Crazy Buster knows that he's here.
Did he throw it though?
Don't think he did.
No.
And he's about to get completely scored by Rax. But Crazy Buster turns around on him. There's a molly coming his way. He's going to answer it with the nade. No, he's got to run for it. Gets the nade out. Now he's going to back away. He gets caught down. But it's now 4 to 9. Wanderer will see that coming. Wanderer should catch him out. He does. He gets Giannis down. Sees Gideon pushing close. Has to go along the wall edge. Sees a good angle on Gideon. Gets him down. Crazy Buster finishes off that bleed, but now it's down to 3 to 7.
Edelweiss found one as well.
Ghost is down. Yeah, Edelweiss down. 3 to 7 with Rax knocked. So that's 3-6.
But they're
4-6. Sorry, Wanderer's down. Yeah, 3-6
in there. It was 4v5. It was 4v.
Nemo's low.
It was 4v5.
Edelweiss is going. Oh no, Edelweiss! You don't want to do this. He's going for the res, and it's not going to work. He's going for the res, and it's not going to work. He's caught in the open. That's been a bad play. He's going to try and drive away from it. Yeah, that's going to cost him. And now it's down to Pin and Fight. It's because the two of them are trying to go for a res. You can't get a res at that point. Fai gets Mimo down. Back on his feet. Pin's going to get another. Can Pin turn another one? Oh, Pin! Oh, he's got another one down. Oh my God, who's left? There's Nelos.
There's 3 left. There's 2. Wait,
Rax is down. Nelos. Oh my God, they might do this.
There's no vest on the German players either.
Rax,
SLR is 2-tapping everything.
It's Rax, Nelos, and there's one more. There's one more over the white on the right. He's getting Giannis back on his feet.
There's no way this is going to happen. Rax
Gideon's got the Giannis back up. That's a problem. They're going to get the flank around the side.
If he gets him here, this is the flanking play. If they can hold him off, that would be absolutely insane. Fiki knows. He only has 13 bullets, though, but he knows he can give the info to Pen. I really hope they're in the same Discord room right now, because they need information a lot.
How is Wanderer still not dead? He's still not bled out. That's Nelos down. Gideon is down to 32.
This is a 3v2. It's a 3v2. This is absurd.
No, it's, 3v2 from 6-14.
This is absurd. Fiki, 10 bullets left. You have Giannis and Gideon caught on the same rock, and you have Rax a little further down.
So the problem for Fiki is he's not in the circle.
No more. It was a
Nelos bleeding. No, he's got the headshot on Giannis. He's in the open. Oh my God, Rax, what are you doing?
Pin, how do you headshot people like that? He has no mats. He has no mats, and he keeps speaking. It's a 2v1 for Russia. This Pin guy is absolutely insane.
And it's Gideon. Gideon's gone off. Russia have done it.
There is no way that just happened.
What just happened?
There is no way that just happened.
6 versus 14.
There
6
is no
versus
way.
14, and Russia win.
That sometimes I hate trying to be an analytical guy in PUBG because there's no way that happens. That doesn't happen. Simply doesn't happen.
I mean, the only thing they had going from it, and that's what worked, is they had this strip of land. This is where Russia basically
won the game.
I would say won the game. But I'm not sure.
That's what you said, right?
I'm not sure I could pin it to that point. I mean, it kind of was, because it's what forced all of Germany to go to this one spot. But, and honestly, they had it in complete control at that point. Germany reinforced and ended up doing a full rush, which they should have done at the end. You know, actually, who was it? Was it Udir that went committed? Someone went for it, drove straight up. Everybody else needed to do that, and Russia was done. That was it. They were going to get overrun. That was that. Simple numbers advantage. But they took it down to, for some reason, long-range DMR battles, and Russia had this really nice spread. This really nice arc, and
I mean, Wanderer and Pin.
Well, crazy, Filey, Pin. They were landing
landing
so many shots.
Literally lands everything. This one, tap. Looks over the top, double tap. Boom, boom, headshot. He looks away before he even reads that he gets the headshot. Pin and Wanderer. That's scary. That is.
Pin used to be on. Was he Red Diamonds with Festlosh and Co? He was, wasn't he? I think. Yeah, he used to be Red Diamonds and stuff like that. But oh my fecking god!
What? 17 versus 6.
Bonkers.
If you're
bonkers.
Braxton right
and
now,
then it
you're
went down
pissed.
to like 6 or 7 versus 2 or 3, and they still
With no Mets and no vests on.
2-0 Russia. Incredible stuff. We'll be back after the break for map number 3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GLL Nations Royale. I'm still in shock. I'm still in shock, Toby. How did that happen? How did that happen, and what effect does that have on a team?
They go, I mean, Brexo said yesterday, with through wins that we should have won, we're going to win them today. That's going to be a tough one as well, that's for sure.
Can we get your lulz in chat, please?
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Can you get your lulz in chat? So, we're moving on to Miramar next. Shake the dust off. I mean,
yes.
The thing is, you always say in like normal matches,
Shake
like doesn't matter. There's always another match. Get squad clear your minds. Get on with it.
Yeah.
But there's 32 players that we sat there like,
what the action?
how did we just lose that, guys? How did we just lose that?
At least
Start
they made a
questioning
content
yourself,
video
doubting
somewhere.
yourself.
They made it into a highlight video.
There's a lot of frag videos going to come out of that one, I think.
Unfortunately, they're all the targets.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was pretty insane. I mean, also just, you're already, like, had it been Russia throwing this one against Germany, it would have been one thing, but they're already kind of playing on the back foot, knowing that they need the wins. We're kind of trying to follow you guys' reactions here while we watch this. It's just
the lulz.
The lulz in the chat. I love it. We were watching the chat 10 minutes back, so this is amazing.
Yeah.
We also thank you guys for being as engaged as you are in tournaments like these. It's amazing. No, but had it been Russia throwing these a game like this to Germany, we would gone, okay, there's still, now it's 1-1.
Yeah.
It's still okay, but with every game they lose to Russia, and even more so with every game they should have won that they lose to Russia, that's just their chances kind of.
I would have expected a throw like that for like the USA-Brazil match last night, because they tried
to do that.
Yeah,
on purpose.
they were having fun, and they were like team killing each other non-stop and stuff like that. It was so much blue on blue. It was non-stop. Oh, it was
another for fun.
I think we're on another remake.
This was
just checking everyone's there.
This was what I think was.
We're good. We're good.
A full.
Okay, so no surprises. Pins at the top of the kill leaderboard.
With Stims and one.
Along with Fahi. Yeah, Fahi and Pin, basically the heroes of Russia right now. They, wow. I mean, I guess you got to throw in Wanderer and Edelweiss on the hill there, and obviously Buster as well. Wow. What a game. What a game. I honestly thought You know, I said Russia were going to win it when they made that play across the river, but didn't quite expect it to go the way it did. That undoubtedly obviously puts Pin at the top of the kill leaderboard at the moment. Wander alongside him with 6.
He got 6 of those kills in the last game, Pin. Well.
Yeah,
so,
I was going to say. Yeah,
from a non-performing first game that they win despite that, to a very, very, very influential win in that one. It was him and Fihi there.
Yeah.
Holding up the entire remaining play.
Hold the line!
No surrender.
Fantastic stuff, yeah. So, we're moving on to Miramar now. Yep. And we'll see whether Germany have managed to shake that out of their minds or whether they just refuse to connect to the server. I don't know. There's 31 of them.
Moment.
Russia have lost 2 as well, so it's still relatively even. But playing path over Leones into Pozo does mean it's a relatively south run, and Germany are out playing first.
Yeah, seems like they will have a free pick of the eastern side, unless if we see some of the Russian players make their way over towards them. I wouldn't expect so. It seems like they will get the southeast to themselves. Now the Russian players are starting to jump out. Might go take some Picado control. Seems like Krabik and Kesik are going down in that direction, but of course no confirmations on that just yet.
So, north-south, east-west, either way. Russia's over to the
it's an east-west
side. It's a pretty big split, really. San Martin, etc. for Germany. And
if Russia gets the circle here, you've got to be like scratching your head as Germany go. Like, what are we supposed to do?
It's gonna go up to Krusdal Valley. It's gonna be like bam, right at the top there. We'll see in a second. So. Okay, Abika and Alaya didn't connect, and I've not seen Katzen connecting the whole time for Germany. So
he was in the first game, I think.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, I'm pretty
sure.
Wait,
I see him. He is there. He's there, and he's
Germany have a chance again.
Okay, all right.
Can you make something of this?
Well, this is a tricky circle, right? For Nations Royale style.
Yes,
because you got the big central ravine road type thing. Down the middle of it, which you can have a squad there, and where Northwest is at the moment is in the Ents compound. But then if you want to draw like a line, maybe, or get to the center point, there's not a great deal for it. Obviously, Impala's kind of like this high overlook sort of town. You've got that giant rock nearby as well that you can sort of climb up, but it's also not good territory, really. It's a tricky circle for Germany to sort of, where do we defend this one?
And also, you've got to think back that less than 24 hours ago, Germany had a game. It wasn't this area per se, but it was a game where they got everything circle-wise against Russia, and they still lost it on Miramar. So what do you do now?
Where was that one?
It was the one north of by Hacienda, where they pushed up.
Oh, yeah,
they
yeah.
took the compound there, and then they killed them in the open.
Well, Zocker's down and done. Kemba punching him in the head.
Yeah. It's a... as you said, it's a tricky circle because you can't really play the very middle, and if you do, you just take the different compounds, but that's going to leave you extremely isolated, or separated at least.
Yeah.
So if Russia just goes compound to compound to compound, crashing all of them with 30 people alive, then there's no way in hell you're going to be able to survive that. So how you play this one is, I would think you have some scouts over by La Bandita who have the bikes so they can easily get away once they see opponents. Just the more info you can get on where Russia is maneuvering around, like their main forces, the better you can set yourself up to kind of get to pick and choose that final fight destination.
The problem is that Russia are very good at coming in as one big blob.
Exactly.
And sort of all just pile in over number, yeah.
I love that word.
Blob.
Blob. Because it's not really specific to be anything, but it's also everything.
Yeah, basically. So, 30-30, obviously, with the one man down for Germany, squares things up nicely. I think Russia are probably going to take this one's quite slow. I expect to loot for a solid 5 minutes here and start moving. Pretty much just punch a hole around Bendita, sort of outside there, and then figure out where they're going to go from there. Meanwhile, Germany obviously is going to work the way out of Los Leones. Expect to see the San Martin guys moving pretty soon.
I mean, if we talk circle, like if we don't think about what map we're on, but we just look at placement on the square of the map where the circle is, it's very similar to last game, with Russia. This time around, of course, they're closer, but it's very similar with Germany being in, Russia having players far out. And last game, they actually didn't really stress it too much either. A lot of them didn't rotate in before very late in the blue, and I would expect to see the same thing here. I think the players are going to remain in Picado pretty much until the blue is on Picado.
Yeah.
And then they'll have the El Pozo guys move down, they'll have the Montenuevo players move down, and then they can make play. The only alternative thing I could see is now that it is Battling, it is Combat Trash, it is Heroes, and the sheep herders from yesterday, they could also make a water treatment push and try and wrap in and find a second exit, or a second entry point to the
I think where Beerbank and Co are is basically where Russia's going to pile into.
Could be, or the field around there in the compound.
Yeah, that sort of compound, I think that's where they're going to absolutely pile into.
Makes sense. Or Graveyard, it could be a Graveyard push.
Maybe. I'm not
Graveyard
sure
over
on that
Minas? Could be. But it's just not that nice an area for 30
Yeah,
30
I think
people.
that makes more sense for everyone just to pile up there.
Yeah.
Because you've got a good hill overlook, just sort of regroup everyone. Okay, let's push into one. Because they know that they don't have any of the territory. This is all German territory.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They got no vision, no scouting, no nothing there. So they're just going to group up. Yeah, they are all starting to slowly head down south. So it's looking like where it's likely to be. This crate just outside of Impala, so going to get picked up by the Germans. Phil's there first. Oh, that's a big upgrade for him. Level 1 to level 1, yeah. Up to level 3. Needed that. There's the other crate.
Game really wants Germany to win this one.
They're trying.
Double crated and the circle. Let's see if that's gonna give them what they want in terms of wins. The San Martin team is moving out, so
maybe they will go graveyard. I don't know.
That's what I thought would make sense, because then you can always wrap north around, and you also have access down towards La Bandita, which I would think in terms of pit stops it would be called half graveyard, half to the crater below, and then push together over towards La Bandita and swarm around either side of it.
Yeah.
To get more vision into the field area.
Oh no, Krabbik's they are going to come up to this hillside compound. I was thinking about.
Yeah.
So Krabbik could be there first. Yeah, they have gone to that compound on the hills.
And they did wait for the entire team to be there. So no sheep herders, no sheep herders this time around.
Yeah.
At least not yet.
Yeah, so Krabbik's literally stopped at the one we thought they would do.
Yeah.
It's what Team Liquid actually favour in squads quite often.
Yeah.
They generally were fighting Crowcrowd for that same spot.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Russian Crowcrowd in Season 2, not the the Finnish one in Season 3.
Genesis did
Phase
the
3.
same thing.
Oh, thank God we're away from that stupid naming system, Phase 1, 2 and 3. Using the circle names. Phase in Phase 1 are looking good in Phase 3.
That's why you come up with your own names and force them to change it. You know? This circle did not really favor Russia. I think it's pretty safe to say.
Oh dear.
No, Udyr, but he's in the game.
He's for Germany.
Yeah, and now Russia's got to rotate around. And now Germany, you better damn set players up on the hill north of Minas, because you can see the entire rotation from there. Well, they got the crate at least.
They got the crate.
Too bad the crate didn't come with the car. Is it going to roll back a little?
No, it will stop.
No, it just stops there.
Yeah,
someone is looking at whoever drove that car and going, I know that's probably the only things I could say in Russian that they would be saying right now, but it's not something I'm going to be saying on the stream. The few Russian words I've learned over my time in both Counter-Strike and PUBG would equip me to be able to follow their
Everybody knows what those words are. So Minas Generales is where Russia's going to sort of pile into, just sort of north of.
I like this play. They know exactly where they need to position themselves. There's only one play for Russia to make here, and that's wrap north around, and Germany has posted a big chunk of their players up on this hillside.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell they're allowing for Combat to be down there. Kill him.
Mika,
right now, Mika.
Mika.
If he's allowed to sit there, that means more will come.
He doesn't want to peek it. He doesn't want to over peek it because he'll just get shot. All right. My man's dead. Kai God took him down, so he's continuing his kill score.
Mika, stop proning. Start shooting.
Really? Got boost first.
Gotta have them boosters, bro. Now you're
fully boosted.
Now you peek. What are you?
And now he's got an entire team. Okay, so he's got 3 nades he could just underhand on the heads.
And Molotovs.
Yeah, but there is like that's about 20 Russian players below him now.
Yes, but when he was supposed to peek, there was one and a lot of people in cars.
Just Compot, yeah.
Yep, it was just Compot there. Now the circle going around, and they've just lost this control, which means that now the Russian players can wrap south around. Finally! Thank you for peeking over. 1 down, 2 down. Drainys
Gets the general down.
That's a good kill. Maybe that's what they wanted to secure the general kill. Can you even get up on this side?
It's just going to go around. I don't think you can.
You would assume so, at least.
No, I don't think you can, son.
I like the enthusiasm, or like the attempt.
See, now Rax is dead. See, that's what happens.
Oh yeah.
And Mika's going to get killed as well now. No, Mika just popped him. Now he goes so confident.
You just need to warm up first. It was the booster, you know?
Gotta
get the
booster.
adrenaline through your system and get going. But as I said...
It's forced Russia away.
Yeah, Russia, I mean, they were going to go south because they got control of the hill. They got the control of the plateau below, and that gives them some sort of vision in that direction too.
Well, it was Trash that started it, and now he's going all the way down to Set. He's going to rotate all the way down south on his bike. Batulin will join him probably. They're on the edge of Bandita. The problem is there's not a lot of options for Russia here again. But... I said that before.
Wanderer, that is your teammate.
Yeah.
I confirm that is your teammate.
Screw the tab, eh? You don't want to be playing with him anyway.
And Kimba, that is not where the circle is. No. And guys, that is not how you drive. Wake up, guys! Wake up! Oh, Test is AFK. That's unfortunate.
He's holding the angle.
That's what it is. Russian players disconnecting on EU servers and I keep saying Chinese.
Well, they're probably disconnecting as well.
They're probably disconnected. And German players disconnecting on the Russian servers. I guess it's only fair that you win some, you lose some in that regard.
You know what?
No, but you do.
Yeah, I think Germany might win this one.
There's a chance. They're up by 2, but then again, I mean, after seeing last game, I'm just never ever going to count anyone out. I'm just going to let it kind of do its own thing, and then we'll see what ends up happening. Corey does find one Komput. Should be able to get away. Circle is very, very, very German.
Yes. Yeah. Trash has got behind them, but literally is the only one. All of Germany, okay, they've got to commit. They've got to commit to a push. And it's open. It's open for Russia. There's no way Germany should lose this one. This one absolutely they cannot lose.
But they could lose 6 or 16 versus 6. Batman is doing a hell of a job keeping that bike on his wheel. That's
an example went down, but his former teammate did not.
I mean, they're literally pushing up a hill into compounds. This is as German-favored circle I've ever seen.
Yeah, this has just been Germany, Germany
The
every
game
time.
is just saying Germany.
And don't forget all the crates it gave them as well.
Yeah, crates and all the circles were literally being gifted.
Well, it does mean we're not going to get a 4-0.
True.
That's at least one way of putting it. Germany got this one in the bag.
I mean, we've seen worse odds being fought back for Russia, so let's not count them out just yet. But this, I mean, I just can't see how they can get around. They've lost their vehicles now as well. There's no way for them to really get around in this area, unless if they somehow manage to put together a speed. But that's where the communication is key. And since they really don't communicate, then they can't really put together that let's push 3-2-1 now type play. Because right now they're just getting swarmed.
Well, they're all trying to pull the hill, but it's too late.
You would think so.
Set with the VSS.
The VSS Scout looking forward. This one has Germany written all over it. And unless if Set can swap that out with an MK14 and actually start hitting people, then I don't see them being able to do anything. They have no idea where they're being shot from.
Yeah, they've just no idea what's hitting them. Just no clue whatsoever.
No clue. He does get first lady down. So
did he? Oh, he did get him. Okay,
got
his first lady.
Let's get one kill. It's always something, and it's probably just going to be a little too late. I think they're down to just 3 players. Comfort and 1 kill only, and now not Hirosen anymore. Down to 2.
Yep. So, Germany
fighting back.
They get over the embarrassment of losing the last match.
I don't think they'll ever get over that.
And this one was, well, this one's confirmed pretty quick. I mean, we're inside 15 minutes.
13 minutes. Yeah, that's got to be one of the faster ones.
Yeah, especially, I mean, let's face it, the circle just was against them the whole time.
Oh,
From circle 1 onwards. Yes. And 2 double crates. Yeah, Germany got gifted this game by everything.
We discussed it a little yesterday with the whole jumping west-east instead of mixing it up a little bit in squads. I think this is where you lose games because you jump west or east and the circle goes the other way.
Yeah.
had they gone a little more like mix-max all over the place, then they could have done more, I think, as Russia.
It means we open up Sanok as the 5th game, right? Which Russia didn't want. So, well, Drainys did say they're going to lose 1 or 2 this time around.
Single player.
It's just set. That's out in the blue.
You got this.
VSS and a dream. Oh dear. Oh dear.
GG Germany able to take home their first in the in the finals here. 2-1 in favor of Russia.
Yeah, simple job that one. That wasn't there wasn't really any highlight moments from that one, but we'll have a look at a couple in a moment anyway, just to.
I think what could have been a highlight for Russia was when Mika and the guys never peeked over. Like there was a short moment where they had a chance to push up, and then the circle shifts away.
And the irony is,
get in, then
right,
they got away.
That would have actually done Russia a favor. If Mika had gone there, because they wouldn't have all piled there, and they'd have moved earlier and rotated earlier. They'd have rotated around south earlier on. So, yeah, that's not a great deal that happened.
Russia was not getting circle locked that game. Let's put it at that. Normally they can fight their way around that, but players always disconnecting and the circle just really brutal. Yeah, didn't make things easy at all.
When the highlight is set with a VSS out in the blue, you know there wasn't much happening in that.
Twice.
That's for sure. There wasn't much happening.
Yeah.
It does mean, though, we are moving on, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to get things fresh and started. It is 2-1 now to Russia.
Yeah.
Finally, Germany starting to get a revival, or was it all the circle and the crates? You decide. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GLL Nations Royale Grand Finals. Russia lead 2-1 over Germany right now. I'm Lee D-Man Smith, and this is Toby, and we are going to be moving on to Erangel Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted me to take over there?
Yeah. That's
okay,
where you talk.
That's where I go full analytic and go.
Yeah.
If we ever see a situation where Russia is down by like 1/3, don't count them out. They can still win.
Don't count them out.
Unless it's not in any circles at all, because then they get butchered on a map like Myanmar.
That's true. They had nowhere to go.
There really wasn't.
They had nowhere to go. Nowhere to go on that one.
I mean, they did everything I thought they pretty much did everything I thought they would have done, and everything I would have advised them to do too. And it still didn't work.
I got a feeling that they lost probably about 5 or 6 people disconnected as well. It felt like
there were a lot dying to the blue. Yeah,
there's quite a few.
Then again, Germany had that in the previous game too.
That's true.
I saw some talking, and they said in the end there, Germany had nothing but bold actions. Like the game that they lost, I don't know if it came out as an excuse, maybe. Don't know. But they were like, it was something. They had 14 bold actions alive in the end, and when they're up against SLR, some people with no vests.
I mean,
it becomes really difficult. But then you also,
I don't want to say there's
people.
things they could have done, but there was about 40 bodies in that town they could have just looted.
That is also an option.
Just saying. You know, there kind of was a big fight of about, 30 versus 30 going on there for a while.
Some would argue that there were weapons, and I think you, Demon, you got to come up with some pretty interesting talking points here. I'm excited to hear what you want to bring to the table now, because now we've covered both Battlefield. Wait, in all fairness, we only covered Battlefield 1942. So what's your thoughts of Gulf of Oman?
Gulf of Oman. Oh, it was BF2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I never really liked BF. The thing is, right? No.
You're treading dangerous waters now.
No, not at all. Because I liked the World War II battle stuff.
Fair enough.
And there's the reason being, right? Reason being that unlike, say, PUBG, which is modern combat, but it doesn't have the overpowered vehicles. And the reason that 1942 was so balanced because the tanks and the planes were not really overpowered.
You didn't like people like me in helicopters.
Yeah, so the helicopters were ridiculous. They're stupidly overpowered.
Yes.
The tanks were nigh on impossible to kill like on your own.
Yeah.
You needed a couple of people to distract to get the mines down or get some packs on the back of them or etc. like that. It was silly. So the balance was off.
So
too much.
Is there anything in Battlefield that you would see could be brought into PUBG?
Into PUBG.
What is like one element? It doesn't have to. You can say no. But one element that from another.
Because they both have revives. Like there's a lot of stuff from Battlefield that has gone into PUBG, like the revives and knocks and stuff like that. The med packs, effectively, you know, you had the support guy giving you the meds. It's very similar type of stuff. I don't know, not really. I mean, like the engineer doesn't really have a part to play. It wouldn't work in PUBG, that sort of thing. Like you
fix a tire on a car.
Yeah, maybe. Fix the tires, put some mines down in the road.
You can run around without and blow them up.
Put mines down so they catch people in rotation. But you'd have so much to commit to do that. It probably just wouldn't happen. We do have spike strips, so it's starting to come into it slowly.
Yeah.
I mean, the sniper role's already there. Like the assault role's effectively already there.
Yeah. I think it could be fun to have, and I think it's being implemented, but not to the extent that I would want to see it done. The whole commander role or general role.
Yeah, I mean that came in Battlefield 2, right? That's when that came in.
Yes.
By the way, I actually did like Bad Company. Battlefield 2 Bad Company. Was good. That was good. That was good. Apart from the nade launchers.
Which Bad Company?
I can't remember which one it was.
Bad Company 2 was the good one.
I think it was Bad Company 2. Yeah. Battlefield Bad Company 2. I think it was. Yeah. The nade launchers, the noob tubes, were overpowered. Then again, that said, I think it was Battlefield 2. It was the M60 was ridiculous, right, at the start. Yes. It was like a sniper rifle, but with 200 odd bullets, and it was like 100% accurate laser accuracy, just like
most weapons in that game were 100% accurate.
Yeah,
lasers.
It was stupid. It was stupid. Yeah. So that sort of things are in it. I mean, like for example, could you use a grenade launcher in PUBG? I mean that maybe. I mean,
as an attachment that you have to bind to the gun.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it would add to it. Maybe.
I would think it could be fun if you could do that, but only with smokes. That would completely. That would never be stupid to add for that reason.
I got it.
But for example, if you're reaching something, you can fire smoke.
I know what I'd add. I know what I'd add, and it don't think it works with this engine. Collapsible buildings. I like destructible buildings. I think it was good.
It does. I love it, especially in Battlefield, but it would be horrible in this. Oh, you're in a shack. Yeah. You don't have to throw the nade inside. You just hit the wall outside, and the entire thing is gone.
Yeah, that's the point. That's the point.
Rip snakes.
Yeah, exactly. So the shacks and the thing was like, oh, they've got a shack.
So how much would it take?
So suddenly it takes
one nade for. I mean, you already have destructible shacks in terms of the wooden ones.
The wooden ones, yeah. So you'd have the nades. You don't have to have like a nade would sort of like weaken the wall or something. And
it could only be explosions, not like
yeah. You can maybe no, but you like if you keep shooting at a certain hole, it would eventually wear a hole in it.
Yeah.
Just
so
like,
isn't like
that's what we could add.
Rainbow Six Siege, they have kind of that thing where
yeah, kind of.
Walls and you can like put planks up and
yeah. Well, that's breaching, and that's a whole different level. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna start. I mean, like get the guy inside the shack, starts putting boards up and stuff like that. It's like
then you start building walls in battle royales.
Oh, I wonder what that could lead to. I reckon we got a good game idea.
I
reckon we got a good game idea.
Then we can hire people to come play it with blue hair and get famous.
We could get to dye pink at some point.
Oh, that maybe.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't mind destructible buildings. I think that could add a flavour to it.
Game mode.
There's enough buildings and stuff in there that you know, obviously, because the problem is right, and it is sometimes it's like, well, they've got the circle look, they're in the compound that was in the centre. Well, okay, suddenly if you've got a destructible wall or something on there, some part of it, some part of it, I'm not saying the entire thing needs to be destructible, but maybe like a side of it.
You can blow a hole in certain spots.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Something like that is, or maybe it doesn't completely go down, it crumbles down, so it's like a half a wall, like a half sort of semi-collapses.
I feel like that's how it was in Battlefield in the beginning, before the entire building could get destroyed.
Yeah, like BF1 now is just like everything goes. Like by the end of the game, there's nothing left standing. Yeah,
which technically it's realistic enough, but in the old ones, it's like if you shoot a hole there with a tank, it's always like no matter where you hit it, it's always going to make that spot. Exact same hole every time. Yeah,
maybe
there's a potential. There's a potential.
I don't think the engine could do it though, but
I mean the engine can do it.
Maybe
the Unreal Engine can do it. Whether the game can handle it, that's true.
Another
discussion. The engine itself is mighty fine, I think.
Mighty fine. Well, I mean, the Unreal Engine is amazing. Compared to what it used to be, trust me, it is fantastic.
We're in the game again.
We are. We got through the remake. We talked about Battlefield again. This is impressive.
Maybe we should try and keep it to PUBG. Maybe.
Drunks will be happy. We get to talk about PUBG, Battlefield for him all the time. The boys over at DICE, which are based around Stockholm, actually. I didn't think to that. I didn't think to try and contact him and have a chat with him while he's here. Did come to GLL season 2 or 3. I can't remember which one he came over to. It was 2. Was 2.
I believe you.
No, it wasn't. It was 3. It was the one you were at.
Okay. I mean, I was at both of them.
You were at both.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what you were doing at both.
I was in
It was
control of
3.
highlights for
it was
number
3.
2, and I was doing the launch thing. On
Yeah, it was
the
3.
third
It was that one. It was that one. 3. Definitely was that one.
East-West split once again, and we've seen that become a big factor in terms of who gets the wins, especially in last game. But it seems like nothing is going to change mid-tournament. So 5 seconds to go, D-Man. Do we want to have one more German circle game, or is it Russia's turn now? Or just make it even.
Well, that's
fair as can be.
It's a tough one as well because we don't have the water pole on this circle settings. So this makes it an interesting one. Obviously, north is the predominant area of the circle, but really this could pull either way.
Yeah, could go anywhere it would want to. Doesn't have to go anywhere. It's going to end on the
It
bridge.
could indeed go to the Yasnaya pond.
Yeah, it's going to go straight on that little bridge because we always get that late in the game where it's final circle. Have we ever had a final circle in Nations Royale? I don't think we have.
What, on the bridge?
Like on a very we got to circle 7.
I remember the old days
in the Sanok game.
We had that game. It was Navi, I think, versus TSM or something. No, it was FaZe. It was FaZe TSM. It was FaZe TSM that were on the bridge, the west bridge of Sosnovka, and I think FaZe were maybe up top or TSM were up top. I can't remember. One was up top, one was down below under the bridge, and it finished on that bridge. It was just like,
I'm talking Nations Royale. Have we ever had a game that goes all the way to the final circle? Because the last one we had, which I think is the closest one we've had.
Way.
Yeah, because I think the last we were in phase 7 on the Sanok one that Germany lost to Russia, where they had to jump off. That was phase 7, and I think that's the longest.
That's probably the furthest we've had.
That's what I'm thinking. Phase 7.
We had in the old Nations Royale. Yeah, I remember that Portugal-Spain one. That went pretty late.
That is true.
That was the Rock.
That is true.
That was pretty late in, but that was also different settings back then. So
you know what I miss in Nations Royale that we had last season, which you don't have anymore? Red zones.
Yeah, well,
I don't understand why they're not there, but they were kind of fun.
No, the players.
I saw Tella get killed by a red zone twice in one game. I laughed my butt off.
Which is funny.
That was good time.
Just seeing Tella die is funny.
That was good fun.
Yeah.
That was good fun. I wrote to him afterwards. He was like, "Yeah, I'm not going to go into red zones again." There are people that are just too stubborn. Am I really supposed to do it? Like a turn around that thing? Nah, and they get blown up, and I laugh. It's fun. Are you the type of person that when you play PUBG, you respect the zones, or do you just run through them?
I don't run through red zone.
You don't?
No, I'll be weaving in and out of buildings. That's about.
I go hide as well. I'm gonna wait until.
I won't just sit and wait. I'll just be. I'll carry on looting or something like that. But I'll just be dipping in and out the buildings.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't want to start.
But I'm also rubbish at my surroundings when that's happening because I'm just like oblivious and carry on going to loot.
Oh, yeah. Oop, that's a rug.
Nice driving, Felix. Get your map off your screen, or you
don't map and
turn
drive.
your Netflix off or something like that. So Germany is across the river, which is
it's a diagonal 50-50 split in terms of map.
They could get themselves like the gas station a little further along and stuff like that, and maybe someone could commit and go to the scrapyard or something like that, get themselves a good 50-50 split this circle.
The scrapyard?
Yeah, up here. The metal yard or whatever you call it.
Oh, okay. The granny? Up there? That's the area you're talking about, right? That compound there?
Yeah, which is basically there. Scrapyard.
Okay, I never heard that called before.
I've called it scrapyard literally for 2 years.
I never listened to you, D-Man.
That's true. It's true. You do your analysis. You don't you just have on full speed on your Otter Productions thing, yeah. Is true.
Scrapyard. I like the call because we say Granny and Alamo. I mean, and we get it because same thing. You say, oh, he's in the wizard, and you know which wizard it is because you're in a certain area of the map at that point. When we're talking generally, we have to say, oh, it's the Harry Potter, the one just like the northwest of prison, and then you have like, ugh. But to have one called Scrapyard, I think that's a pretty good call. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Warehouse up high, stuff like that. There's the warehouse.
I mean, there's like 9 billion of those. Do you remember the initial picture of the remake of Ferenco? With all the, like, they added, I think I counted 60 warehouses
Yeah.
from Erangel 1 to 2, but apparently that was like there was a data mined map where it was all the options they had. Like they weren't gonna add them all, but they just put out all the options
They were the options
had
to
in
where they
terms of
could have
adding-
them.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So they only added, I don't know, 15% of it. But I count there was like 140 compounds and 60 something warehouse, and I was like,
What
if they
are they
add
doing?
this, and it was right after Vikendi came out too, where people were like, oh my god, there's too many compounds, and then they just wanted full on, like they wanted to Vikendilize the Erangel map,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my lord. But
Why you don't look at the data mine stuff?
I mean, it's good fun to see. It's good fun to see. I don't mind it.
But everyone forms opinions off that then.
That is true. That is true. That I don't really feel like I do. I use it to, to understand more of what's going on, because we never really told a whole lot in that regard.
I tend to just wait until it's officially released, because things change so many times.
That is true.
Just especially when you cast in leagues or tournaments.
Yeah, you don't want to go too. Yeah.
Well, it's more based on what you're generally casting on. I mean, we're at the privilege that we're doing live now, but that's not often the case. And now crashing, Mexico down already. First man down for Germany is the captain.
Drainys
And well,
last
Example's just popped out a lot of grenades there. That's going to catch Pity off guard. Comes around the side, can't quite finish off final Ghost. He will take him down, but this is full-on invasion from Germany, trying to take the crossroads. Alia's grenades have just nailed Germany. He does go down, but my God, if there's any reinforcements from Russia, they could come and clean up.
That would be very interesting to see. And also just the fact that, why up here? Why did they collapse here? I know why Germany does it, but why is Russia not just wrapping around? They could pincer, like they could contain them in this corner if they wrapped around, but it seems like
Russian reinforcements are coming. They're slowly pouring in. I wonder if they're going to try and collapse this compound or whether they're just going to wait.
This is the first time we really see the aggression from Germany too. I think they knew that Russia was still in the rotation part, so if they can get in there early, they can get the committed kills, then they could get ahead, and that's happened and it's worked out.
Germany needs to quickly retreat back to buildings, get themselves back in their spots. They're scarily split. I'm seeing a potential for Russia to just come in like a hammer and anvil. Sets off on his own again.
He's on an adventure.
Just chilling around the back of Yasnaya.
You gotta think that there's a reason to this.
You're in classic, not 2.0. You can't destroy that bale.
Literally every single game he's done this.
I guess that's why Drainys says we never really know what Set's doing.
He's just kind of let loose.
He's
like the stray dog that just kind of runs around in the village. No one really knows what he's up to.
Just do what you like. I would not want to be in that garage right now. That's looking like Russia may well be forming a bit of approach to that one. Yeah.
Looking to maybe go aggressive on that new circle. Well, Russia has committed to the west side of the road with the exception of Greg, who's over the north.
Scrapyard.
Scrapyard. I like the call. I might just take you up on that one. Scrapyard. Russia not getting crates. Germany are. Again,
there is a northern element.
Let's see if they also get the circle. Well, it's an even split. The only thing is, there's nothing in the middle.
I would not.
There's not a whole lot.
I would not back up that garage. I would abandon that garage.
The only issue is that if you play it from the Russian side, you have the entire wall as the defense line, and that makes it like then you can't really play anything as Germany from there over to the scrapyard.
Tripson takes down the Russian general, so both generals down.
What is Drainys doing there to begin with?
He's getting the information. The rest of the team are coming across. I think he thought they were backing away. He's going to get free kills, to be honest.
Lobbing some nades over because they have so many of them. They're very disposable. That's another thing that I want. They should have blown up there.
What, the gas station?
Yeah. Explodable barrels.
Could be an empty gas station, which it kind of looks a little run down.
Because the game is taking place in a very left area, so.
Yeah, well, you never know whether they drained it or not.
That's true.
Drainys maybe drained it. I'm here all week.
I'll get to that. Tripson, more nades thrown forward. It's as if they never stop being thrown. Plenty of nades being tossed in there. And, well, right now, Russia is committed to the south side, but they do have 5 players up north who I want to say that they can do something, but I just don't think the numbers are high enough for them.
I forgot what the name of that compound is.
This one?
Yeah.
It goes by a lot of names. Some say pre-Yas, because it's just outside of Yasnaya.
No, it used to be No Lean.
No Lean.
No Lean, isn't
No
it?
Lean, No Lean, No Lean.
That's it. Because you for whatever reason, you couldn't lean.
Yeah, that was way back.
Yeah,
that was way back in the. That was also whenever, like, no matter where you were on the map and you got lag spikes, it was always when you looked towards your sniper. Like, there was just a no more than 30 FPS in your sniper rule, no matter where you were. Look in the direction of your sniper that was rendering. That had to be done.
Where's Greg gonna go? Yeah. So
the fact that they're gonna stay. It puts some pressure on them.
There's a bit of a pincer action working for Russia here. They're slowly working around the south side.
Can they really pin in with 4?
No, pincer. The south lot I'm talking about. Kissick and Tabenko were swinging around, but now they're going to swing back up north. And now they need to reinforce that gas station because that's kind of like that's really their only foothold at the moment.
Yeah, where do you play this circle if you're Russia? I mean,
even as Germany.
Yeah, where do you play? I mean, Germany has your scrapyard.
It's a standard. It's a standard squad circle, but it doesn't really work so well for 32 or 27 versus 30 right now. I think there's little shacks where just for Fun and Co are about to get pushed. Maybe.
I think Russia just got sent it. Full speed forward, go somewhere. Because if they keep doing it like this, they're gonna get picked apart.
Well, they have the road edge. I mean, it's a bit different, obviously, because you got different angles you have to worry about when there's one whole side that's all yours.
I think Russia is better off just full speeding it with like 5 vehicles somewhere.
Well, the warehouse is no longer viable. That's they're gonna have to pull out of there. There's a couple of players going over there, which does give them the angle on this sort of forward push from Russia. Man's just backing away. Platoon's gone. He's going to be finished off. Nice commitment, Wanderer.
That's 4 nades. That could be coming in handy later.
Oh, Wanderer's caught by that one.
Yeah, all the rotating guys. This was the flank team. Only one survived, and barely even so. Set, Greg, and Figgy, I think, all went down. And right now, Germany has a good chunk of the circle, and this could potentially be a 2-2.
This is looking like we could have a draw. This is looking very much like German's way. It's still 23 players alive. Don't count Russia off until they're down to about 3 members, and then still don't count them off.
Russia needs to land some absurd shots, because right now they don't have the position. All they can do is get X amount of knocks and crash. I feel like the longer they sit out and take these shots that they do at a distance, the sooner they'll end up losing, because they don't have the circle, and odds are they won't have the circle in the next one either. They need to go out in, and they need to get some sort of ground right now before the fortifications become too strong.
Yeah, they don't have any angles.
They have nothing. They have nothing.
But, yeah. It's like Russia can't come over the brow of the hill because the German players that are close obviously are going to fight them. But then you also have the back line, which has an angle over everything.
But before on that front line, there was 5. Now there's 15.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been reinforced. Russia are kind of a little bit lost in what to do. I think the next circle will be the telling point. We're going to see people yeehawing it. This sort of play that they're trying here is just basically gifting Germany kills, but I don't understand how that worked.
There was only one guy there, to be fair, and they needed this push. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They need to make plays like these in order to make their way in. Udyr gone down. Nades will be lobbing in return, so should be taking damage at some point soon. First, now they're up.
Yeah, now they're going to be piling in for those dips. Ooh, First Lady, that could be crucial. Getting around the edge of the gas stations, they try and move around. That grenade finishing off his kill on Makato. Seeing the smoke, tossing the nade. That could be good again. It's a good nade. Kemba's gone. That's another one that's caught out. First Lady causing a lot of problems. Next nade comes in. You're going to be have to run. Catches him, and luckily, it hits him, but good response. Good response.
Ironic that he gets blown up as
well. Okay, well, Russia, now that he's dealt with, they can push in on this south side, but look at Germany. They're moving to the hill edges to get all these flanking shots on them. Drainys and co all out on the far side to get the angles.
Germany doesn't have a whole lot of areas to play anymore. They have a big chunk of players on the eastern side of the circle, and they're all playing rocks and spots that they can only play now because the blue isn't all the way in yet. So Germany needs to get all the kills now before they're forced to move, because once that eastern team is forced in, they're all in.
They're losing players. The big blob up in north is actually getting pushed. They've lost a couple around the side there. Ubika makes the move. Krabik and Germany are starting to fold here. The nades are starting to rain in. And this is problematic for Germany. They need a bit of response themselves. Kemba gets involved. He gets Pains down. Russia are slowly turning the screw on what looked to be a German victory.
Things are starting to even out, and it all came off of the push into the dip with 2 guys on the bike. They got a foot in, and now they have allowed for their teammates to funnel forward. Now, Chris is able to do some damage in return.
Yeah.
That's the issue here. The Russian players are all piled up, so these nades are doing insane amounts of damage.
That was big work from Chris. He's come in, he's took down Kissick, he's took down Krabik, he's took down Ibiza, so he's done really big work. Now he's got the flank around the side, he's back around the rock, and Chris is going off. Fantastic stuff as he takes down Tess, finishes them all off, and that may well have just turned it back in their favor.
Unleash the Chris. He has now come in, and he is knocking everything. He might not have more than 3 kills right now, or 2 make that, but he has something along the line of 6 knocks that have yet to be flushed, and that could be the win right here. These nades are doing massive amounts of damage. Millman should be going down shortly too, and this, my friends, looks like a tie.
This is going to even things up 2-2.
He ran over the
Yeehaws in there. Kemba's doing what he can, but it is Germany that are going to slowly move in now. And that was, honestly, the big push around the side from Chris was magnificent.
Chris made it.
Yeah.
Chris changed the focus.
So, 2-2. We're back in it. We have a game on our hands here, despite the calamity that happened on actually, we're going back to Vikendi now. We've got no way, but I have to go back to Vikendi. Yeah, Sanok's next, but it doesn't mean Vikendi's going to come into play because that was the 6th map. So another chance for Germany. Are they back in it? From 2-0 down to 2-2 all square.
Yeah.
Not a favorable circle again for Russia.
Yeah.
We'll say that. There's 2 games running that really Germany have had the rub of the green.
Yes, they have. They have had.
This was the big push
of it, and this one alone. I mean, I like the idea, and this is the first time I feel like we've seen Germany really go aggressive.
There's Alia's little nade there, that little underhand nade. Got 4 knocks.
Yeah, 4 knocks and a flush.
Yeah.
That's pretty good damage. Chris essentially ended up doing the exact same thing, just in reverse. And this one from deep and Grishka power was well, what for a moment made it look like Russia might have a chance, but unfortunately never really paid off.
Nade after nade after nade. Finally responded. But here's the Chris push. He'd already got, what, 1, 2, 3 knocks before that. Comes up, gets another knock, gets another flush, spins around, gets another knock. Oh, fantastic stuff. And then in comes Northwest nades. They're catching them all out. That's the danger of the dip, right? It's great that it gives you cover, but it also is a little nade. So
Chris got something along the lines of 6 kills within 15 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think he got the kills, though.
I mean, he took them down.
He got the knocks, so I don't think he got the... Yeah, I don't think he got the kills confirmed, which is a shame.
Because they were starting...
the way it works.
They were starting to take control of the northern side. And then Chris just came and said, nope.
Yeah. So 2-2. We're all square. We have a real game on our hands now. The embarrassment of Vikendi is behind Germany. It needed something like that maybe to just shake them up and get them right back in there. It seems to have worked. We're going to San Hoc next. We'll see you there after the... Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GLL Nations Royale, and we have a final on our hands here. I'm D-Man, this is Toby, and it is now all square. 2-2 between Russia and Germany.
Things are getting pretty damn close, and now we're heading over to Sanok, which was the closest map we've seen between the two.
Yeah. I mean, it ended, what, three men standing, I think. Yeah, so it was very, very tight last time around. Of course, circle was a little wonky. It was one of those ones up in Camp Alpha way up on the hillside.
Favorite circle? What?
Yeah. Could we get 3 in a row? I wonder. Well, actually, technically, we've had 3 in a row because Vikendi was a German favorite circle as well.
That's true.
They should be winning 3-1 right now.
Yeah.
They should be.
Speaking, yeah.
Because Vikendi not have been lost.
That was an interesting game.
Touch wood, we're not going to have a server restart this time. It's looking good.
Stop jinxing it.
No, and they've got it ready early this time. I think they were expecting it to go wrong, so they got it ready.
Okay.
So we're actually ahead of schedule, which is great. So we'll find out. I mean, they have had the circle the last 2 times.
They have.
Just the last 3 times. Chris, though, deserved top kills there because it was a monster push from Chris, who plowed around the right-hand side. He took down Kissick, he took down Ibiza, he took down Krabik. He took down some big names around there. Fantastic stuff from him, and it turned the tables as they were getting pinned down the north side of the map. And Chris came round, flanked, and got himself just about all he needed.
Pretty much pulled off one of those air gun moments where your team is starting to fall apart, and here comes the guy, collects them all, takes a sword in your end, goes, Leroy! And then,
going through!
Then it all worked out in the end.
Yeah, so it does mean the kill leaderboard is actually pretty well spread. Pin's still obviously leading it for Russia after his 6-kill massacre on Vikendi. Sanhok now, it does mean we're going to Vikendi after this.
That is true.
And it will wrap up on Erangel Classic if we require it. We'll see, though, because we are live once again for the Nations Royale. It is straight across Sanhok. And now will we see maybe a German team take the lead for the first time? Russia are bleeding. Will they fall?
One thing I'm seeing here is South Plain, meaning that you can't get a straight access to the Northwest Island. You can see already now Germany is committing to it anyway. But I truly hope, just as we talked about with the military games, I truly hope we don't get Northwest Island Circle now, because I feel like that's very biased towards who went there to begin with.
Yes, you
and at least on the other islands, you can still make plays.
Ooh, boot camp. Boot camp.
Yeah, there's a chance. And
no, Russia pulled out. Russia pulled out.
Didn't want a piece of that, but maybe Paradise changes things up a little bit. Seems
just
like,
Edelweiss and Sadovnik. Yeah, no, Paradise is going to be Germany as well.
The Hot Drop Belt, Ruins, Boot Camp Paradise normally is the
Kisik's
area
going
of
in.
Fighting, but Krisic and Faultless and Grishka, they're going in 3v6 here.
Yeah, Test is coming over, but Faultless is turning out. Kisik's just like, really?
Back off.
Well, he's about to hit the ground. Kissick is.
They have given up a lot of control points.
Yeah. That's giving up there's a bit of respect.
They need
maybe
a duck
coming
circle.
from Russia here.
A cave/duck circle.
It is a diagonal switch, and it goes Germany's way again. Well,
this
Germany.
One's fair enough.
So now Russia could get more players in the central area quicker than Germany here because of the amount of players they've got down on the south side.
Also, I want to keep in mind that Russia, despite Germany getting circles on Vikendi, on Sanhok, won the map last time they played.
Yes.
So
they also have the main Painan, the main central
that's what I'm
crossing
saying.
point.
They will
so
have a crossing point. And the only issue could be if this next one shifts north. Then things are going to be hard because then Germany already has the Ruins players who can sit around and hold the south side control. And then, then Russia don't really have that boot camp they can cross over.
And quite often we've seen Germany pretty slow in their movement.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering how quick those guys from Paradise Resort and Boot Camp get over here into the circle. Koa's going to find the first one, but he's messed it up.
Oopsie.
He's just going to toss a nade out. That's just like a hopeful one if I've ever seen a nade.
Yeah, do something.
I mean, it's at the rock. Edelweiss has got nothing. He's got a gun.
He does have a first.
He's got 180. He's actually stacked out.
He's ready to fight.
More so than Koa, it seems. He's got another nade. He's got a second as well.
How did they both get so looted with one compound?
Well, that's obviously settings.
Cheaters. I never food.
He's got 5 bandages. Otherwise, it's just going to pick away. Doesn't fancy this fight.
Need to get the hell out of there, and if there's a chance, I think that's the better play. Don't have the direct info as to where he is, and might as well just go down and reunite with the team and try and make your way on over.
So, for Germany, I feel they've got to commit numbers on this south side of the island. Don't really want to be keeping in. There's no reason to keep anyone north because if it swings that way, well, it's you're either going to get there first regardless. So
True.
Yeah, so everybody that's coming out of boot camp now has to get over. I'm surprised they're going for the hill first instead of just straight across where First Lady is, across that little footbridge.
I think it makes sense because first of all, they just saw a player. I mean, Kobo was fighting with Edelweiss there, right? So they think there might be more around the area. And also they can see quite far to the southwest because they don't have any control of the next bridge.
Yeah.
And if they want to set players down there, they want to make sure that they have an actual access point across. And as you can see here, this is going to be one of a few crossing points Germany has available. But the middle bridge, the big one, is still not... It remains neutral for now.
Well, Russia have committed. Everybody's slowly moving up, and now it's starting to get a little close around the ruins area. Little hillside that I think Odir and co are at. They're in a vehicle, so they're pulling away from this one. I would say the central point obviously is sort of just east of ruins, but I got a feeling it's still going to pull this way.
It could. I mean, there's a chance.
You don't. But my point is, you don't want to end up with ruins and then nothing around it because there's no way out of there.
Yeah, you get pinned in pretty easily in the ruins.
You're not going to get to that crossroads, dear.
I wouldn't think so either. But if he's willing to take the risk, I mean, we did see Drainys yet to have a kill in the games.
This is going to be. I'm going to say it now. It's going to be a short game.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, normally the center game
they're almost bumping into each other. We're not.
Yeah.
We're at 5 minutes.
I mean, also half the circle is water, so it does limit the playing field by quite a big chunk. I would think that this battle has to stand just on the southern side of ruins. Pretty much no matter. Even if this circle goes north,
if he is staying here, but everybody else just backed away from him.
Even if this circle goes north, you would have to expect Russia to just try and chase down players. And Drainys, once again, he is on the very front line. He is not afraid to be up there. And I mean, it has cost him his life a couple of times already. He was the first player to go down in the previous to last game. And now might be able to catch out one. Oh, my lord. That's a good headshot, Drainys. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get the kill.
Sees one out the back as well. Sees two. Vehicle support came in. Trying to cover off as much as they can. The rest of the Paradise Resort people are only at boot camp. This is what I was talking about. Germany are generally pretty slow. They'll loot and be slow reinforcing. They need to be quicker at that because Russia are in and ready. And I would say they've got the majority of Faultless. There's really only Krabik and Faultless that have yet to come in along with Batulin and Wanderer. Even their usual squad that's roaming around the back is also here. This spot where Odir is absolutely surrounded now.
And here's a guy we haven't seen at all today, or mentioned at least, Millman.
Yeah.
Millman and Hyakrin and these guys, they were key components to the Russian wins yesterday, and he just hasn't really done much today.
Well, Gideon and Udir, the last two standing in this compound. The rest of Germany are slowly backing them up, but they are further away on the hillside. Udir with a micro Uzi. He's going to tear someone apart with it.
Get 2 kills, that's all you can hope for. Then you've done your job. That's one. Goes down.
Get reload. No, not going to be able to get the reload. No, gets out the back.
No extended mag either.
Ow. Yeah.
Not a whole lot Udio can do, or that Udio can do to try and get away from that one. Gideon has gone down, Rax down as well.
Oh, but they've took the hill.
Escalates on the hilltop, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The German team wants to get over the top. They knew that the eyes of the Russian players was in the compound, so maybe if they could wrap over the top, they could get some free kills, and I think Katzen might be over-aggressing a bit on this one.
Look, Germany, they're taking the fight, but they don't have the numbers yet.
Nope.
Russia are all here. Everyone from Russia is here right now, apart from these two that are just roaming in the back. Germany is still missing an entire squadron. They're getting surrounded.
How many are they down there? There's 3 in that one, because there are 5 on the south side from Russia, and they're, as you said, a full team up in the northern side.
They're taking the fight. They're taking it too early.
And this is where the fight is going to happen. I mean, you can see Russia is backing off now, actually, as we speak.
No,
see all of them running off north.
No, they're still pushing. They're pushing.
No, Germany, I mean.
Oh, Germany are backing off. Yeah, well, they have to.
Germany's disengaged.
They've lost the fight.
But what do you disengage to? Because we just talked about it. Ruins is not a place to camp. Like, you don't, unless if you want to sit in there and hope that all the circles go north now, you don't sit in ruins. I feel like this is a losing play. Do like Pete did. Play on the south side.
Yeah. What are they doing at boot camp? Kaigon, Corey, what are you doing right now?
I'm not
You're
sure.
8 minutes in. Move your ass. You are losing this fight.
I'm not sure, but the Russians are pushing. You can tell they want footing, and it makes sense because if the circle goes south, there's no way in hell that the German players can wrap around.
Yeah, and then unfortunately they're just losing players. They're getting picked off on the retreat, shot in the back.
Exactly, they're running. And bullets are flying around their ears.
Shot in the cross. There's nowhere to go. Russia just slowly but surely moving closer and closer. Melman leading the charge, it seems, as they got to that little ridge line up outside by ruins. And once they've got control of that, Germany can say goodbye.
See, Melman has 2 kills already this game, so waking up as the pressure applies. They were up 2-0 for those of you guys who've tuned in late, but Germany, with a little bit of luck from the circle,
there's a wraparound coming.
Decision making.
Germany trying to wrap. They're trying to wrap on the hill.
Yeah, I can tell they are doing it up towards Painan. They're trying to wrap around now.
So Micah and Brexico and the general and Chris and co, they're all trying to get up to the hill, but Sadovnik's there. Now Sadovnik's just focused on the looting as a
winning play right there.
Down. Russia are pushing heavily on ruins. They might get caught by this wrap here.
They would have to anticipate it. That's literally the only place Germany can push from. They have to expect this.
I'm not too sure. I mean, the thing is that they're only going to come against a certain amount, and then it is going to give them the hill advantage. Germany will get the hill advantage now, which is good. They've kind of been caught out. Pitty's down though. He was caught out in the back.
That was the flanker.
Yeah.
The ninja got found. And now the fight.
Okay, Micah's engaged. Edelweiss down. Sadovnik down. So the 7 boys are being picked off. Here is Inwheel reply. Melman comes around the side, gets Sane down, but
this could end up being a merry-go-round where the players that are wrapped around the east forces the Russian players north, and they just starting going in circles.
Maybe. I mean, that I got a feeling that little hill by ruins is going to be like the killing fields.
You would think so. You'd think so. Yeah.
Melman caught out. He will go down. As Northwest is also responded to Pinnan example, turning their attentions this way. Everybody's backed away from that hillside now, so Russia forced the other side of the road back down to the compounds.
I like the play from Germany. They regained side control.
Well, I mean, it just took the guys that were slacking 10 minutes to get involved in the fight.
Well, that, and also just, I mean, they were forced up to ruins. All of them were sitting in ruins and above. And right now, they've come in and they've regained control. And you got to give it to Russia as well. They disengaged wisely. They lost 2 players on it, and they remain in the lead.
Yeah, 6 kill advantage so far. Circle.
That's almost a competitive circle.
Perfectly fine, yeah. I mean, it finishes where Koa is right now. That's the general spot with the circle, right? So it tends to pull there in the competitive super settings, but we are in different settings, so it could realistically pull right into ruins for all we know.
Yeah. Can you imagine that random settings where you don't know what
the dream
are.
Yeah.
It's like, is it going to close in 1 second? Is it going to do 200 damage? No one knows.
Yeah, it's the problem when things... I mean, it defeats the object, right? That was like the Super Nintendo is great. Don't get me wrong, but they do need changing. When it becomes predictable to us and the viewers, it kind of pulls away from the entertainment
the
of it.
Settings themselves, the timers and the sizes of the circle, they're amazing. It's just the whole when you force a circle to go in specific areas that makes things tricky. I like the is it what do you call those? The fireflies?
Fireflies, yeah.
Just lighting up the sky, or the room in that case.
Okay, just a quiet period while everybody repositions.
Is this the...
Krabik and Kissick are on a bit of a new flank.
Are we finally seeing the shepherds, or the sheep herders come into play? Is that what we're seeing here? Or they just want to take control so they can't wrap all the way around?
Well, Brexico is the one that's looking for it, right? Brexico and Zoka.
Yeah, they're holding it there, yeah.
Seeing if they can get across the road, maybe flank around and get on the back of them, but... don't think it's going to be viable.
No, I mean I like the play from Russia too, because they have just lost 1 east side flank. They don't want to let them contain them down towards Tampang. Like they want to have 1 front line and be able to push that. And by taking the east side, like the southeast control back, as we see down on the south side with Kissick and them,
hell of a shot.
It's a good play.
Kimber catching Hackerjack from there. That's a good shot. All right, where's the circle go? Where's it going to adjust? Deep sat watching the river, making sure no boats come in from behind. Like your commitment, son.
Well, I mean, you never know. There could be a German set
walking around set.
Somewhere.
Where is Set, actually?
Where is Set? He's in the blue.
He's actually in the middle. What's going on? Someone had a word with him.
What?
Has he got a VSS?
He should have. He's prone somewhere, waiting for his team to run away so he can remain the incognito player. Maybe he was supposed to be the incognito in the West, but they all kind of came to him. Like, aw, come on, guys. I was here first.
Don't go to my spot.
This is my area. Circle's going to close in. 20 seconds to go until the next one will be revealed. And it's a pretty even split right now in terms of landmass and percentage-wise. I feel like Russia has the numbers. And also because Ruins is just a hellhole to try and run around in and play from. So Germany not really sitting that well in. Braxco has been found. Sudi down as well now. 20 against 27 in Russia's favor.
Okay. Well, it doesn't change too much. The hill at G2 hold? Germany hold.
Some of them are there. So
I mean, yeah, that's all I saw. I saw Chris straight in the middle and I just saw G2. The hill that Chris holds and co, the one they fought back for, has helped them out here. So it doesn't alter too much. Russia will just consolidate and move in. The flanking positions will move back into ruins and around the ruins. You don't want to be caught swimming there, by the way, Mimo. We're going to be watch that one. Paint and Co are going to go wrap right around the north side.
Chris trying to hold up. That's an aggressive 4x spray. He knows that there were Russians in the area. Might as well see if he can hit something with the
he's got all.
The crazy spray, but he does have an arm, as you can see there. Trying to hold off. It is rather open, but these branches and leaves are blocking off quite a bit of the vision when they're looking downhill.
Well, this is going to be a slow one. We were talking about it went to phase 7.
You said it was going to end in 1 minute. What happened?
Well, the Germans actually got reinforcements.
They actually started playing smart.
They actually decided to get involved. Did Kai still in there? Yeah, okay. There's another crate coming to Germany. I'm just saying, they do keep getting quite a lot of crates.
I mean, all the last has just looted one in the A in Tampang. So
yeah.
It's right now, and at least in this game, it's somewhat even.
Coruscant now, there's nothing in this one. Oh, there's another one.
They are getting crates.
Okay, so there's going to be 4 in ruins. Deciding to go ruins, unless Mimo Effect decides to go elsewhere.
I don't really feel like ruins is a place you need to sit. What they could have done instead is keep the players in the northern. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in that one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. AOG, DBS, though, not really the two weapons.
No, the DBS, you don't really want that.
Yeah. Oh, there's a tech stack, though.
Woo!
Yep. Might as well just FF if you're Russia at this point. Free tech stocks.
Okay, Wanderer's getting aggressive, seeing if he can get close.
Yeah.
So this is a potential problem here. Germany, that's going to be hard to hold because Germany are going to be coming. Russia are going to be coming up the hill. And they could be at the building before Germany can respond.
This
is problematic.
What is the opposite of that game you play where you pull the rope? You know what I mean? Where you have you stand across each other. Yeah. What is the opposite of that? Where you push the others? Is there any opposite of that? Because I feel like that's what's happening right now. Everyone's just fighting for those 10 extra meters to get more circle for the to get more control for the next circle.
Wanderer got the knock and the flush on Mika. I feel Russia are going to try and push it. Oh, that circle still doesn't really change much.
Yeah, it's extremely...
So, okay, what's going to happen is Russia are going to be forced to condense, and they're going to make a move.
They're going to push forward.
They're going to push where Kaigod is right now. That's the position. You can see they're gathering, and they're just going to force it. And Germany are going to get split in 2. And Germany, with the numbers deficit, are going to have to fall back. And I think they're just going to go overrun here.
I was going to say, let alone the fact that they're sitting 7 players up right now should be a... I mean, I would already think that even if they're behind, Russia is the team that gets bored first.
Yep.
They'll go, oh, come on, do something. And they'll start engaging. You see Germany, they're backing off. Yep. They're running because they're feeling the pressure now. And understandably so, Harrison and the entire team is saying, you know what? We've waited long enough. Let's go fight this.
And now they have the hill. Germany are all downhill, so easy to look down on. It makes the other hill that Chris and Co just backed away from a little bit dangerous. Everyone that was in ruins needs to get out, and it's the problem with ruins, right? It's just horrible to get out of there.
It really is.
It pushes them all onto this sort of flanking side. Now, Germany's out is that they come out on top against this fight against Drainys' squad ahead of them. If they can come out on top against them, then they can wrap around. But now look at Melman's boys. Melman, Compact, Trash, Tab, they're all coming back around there, so there's a real strong squad coming their way.
Right now, Germany's doing what they lost because they tried to do Melman. That's a nice double spray down on Kate and Corey there. Right now, they're doing what lost them the games yesterday. They kept backing off.
Yep.
Their downside here is that there were 7 players down coming into this fight, so it's a difficult one. But I feel like they had they had a better chance at winning by staying and taking the fight up there than what they're doing right now because they've just lost it.
Yeah, they needed to hold the ground, and they allowed Russia to get over the road and then continue pushing and continue pushing and continue pushing. And yeah, like you say, they just gave up too much ground.
They had a better chance at winning, down by 7, and trying to take the fight on the hill, than backing off,
Chris
and now being down by 1 billion.
And he's dead. Okay.
Wah, wah.
So Russia going to take this one. They have completely surrounded the German compound. There's nothing they can do. All these players that are in this compound right now were on the hill, and they all backed away to this compound. And now look, what does it give you? You're in a bowl.
Yeah,
It's not a place to back to. You're in a bowl.
It's not exactly the best compound in the world. Now the circle shifted back towards Russia as well. Unless if, I mean, I've just reached the point now where I don't really want to call out anyone saying they're not going to win anymore after what we saw with Russia and Vikendi.
No,
but
I'm calling it. I'll call it. I'll do it. I'll go out on the limb and say Russia have got this.
6 versus 16 was practically impossible. Russia made it happen. 4 versus 24.
Yeah, but this is what Germany should have done, right? They just pour in.
Which is YOLO. Send it. Yeah,
pour in
I agree.
Overflow the numbers.
I think everyone knows what Germany should have done in that beginning. And everyone also knows what they didn't do. Game over.
Last man
MJO
standing.
by himself, down he goes, and now we have 2 match points for Russia.
No. Oh, right. Yes.
We
Yes.
do.
On 3-2. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was, for some reason, I was thinking they're not 4 yet. I was like, yeah, no, because they'd be at 4, they'd win. It's starting to hit me. It's starting to hit me. I'm slowing down. I'm slowing down. Old age, that is, not the tiredness of working much. Let's have a quick look at the highlights. Udira early on with the micro Uzi. Didn't get the reload off, which means he didn't get a chance to turn things around. The big hill fight, though, is where Germany started to fight back. They started to push back, but then
they backed off.
And then they backed off again. Yeah.
I like the fact that when they came around, they took it, but then they countered. I complimented them for pushing up and getting control where they had none, but then they kind of gave it away as soon as they got it. I was like, what was the whole idea of pushing then if you didn't have any plans of sticking around?
Bit of a slow one, really, for a Sanhok game.
It was.
In all honesty.
It was incredibly slow.
Considering they started fighting early on at the crossroads, and then they just sort of gave ground back and forward.
But
it was a nice push, and then it forced them back. Russia were good to react, and then they were kind of forced to push. And you knew as soon as they get condensed, because when you have that many Russians in one spot, they're going to explode. And it's going to be violent, it's going to be aggressive, and they're going to pile on you. So once that starts to happen, there's something going to kick off.
Yeah, and also it's the condensity of the map. I mean, it's how there's so many trees, so much foliage. You cannot. I mean, it's ironic that we see the games being the fastest ones are usually the mirror mark games.
Yeah.
Just because we're in the open, we got to start fighting. Whoop, and they go take the full-on engagement. Where here, they can keep on getting closer and closer.
Edge,
and it's just one tree apart, and well, that's it right there.
So, next map will be Vikendi. Will Germany be able to pull it back? Russia once again in the lead. They had a 2-0 lead. It went 2-2, but we're back 3-2 to Russia. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GLL Nations Royale. It is Russia versus Germany. 3-2 the score stands with Russia in the lead. Toby is with me, and we are moving on to Vikendi.
So Vikendi back to hopefully for Germany some I don't even want to call it revenge, because normally you take revenge on somebody who do something rude to you. They did something rude to themselves, and as you just said there, Brexco did say that Vikendi is their map. They didn't really prove it. When they proved it for a while last time, and then they didn't prove it in the very end. They didn't really have what it took to finish off that game, but hopefully this time around they can do that.
And they were given the circle as well. Yeah, they tend to take the eastern side of the map, and the western side tends to go to Russia. We'll see whether that still stands true. Yeah. Plane path will cause problems for them because it's a deep south plane path. We'll get to that in a moment, because first we're going to have to be looking at exactly who were the kill leaders. Melman
he woke
at the top. Yes, you said we haven't seen much of him, and he was back.
He's back indeed. Pin as well. One of the three, I want to say, main men of the Vikendi win. 2 kills last game as well, able to get in the numbers. Example, also up there in faultlessly too. I mean, it's the same players we see over and over again, dragging up points.
So where does that leave them overall? Mika again, just the 2 for Germany. With Germany waking up previously, it puts them back in there. Pin still with 11 kills from that incredible game he had on Vikendi earlier on. And I don't think we're too surprised to see really the top 10 players from either side.
No, not at all. It is very understandable. Drainys also got his first kill last game. So that's something.
Kai got slacking. He had 11 kills, 12 kills, I think, in the
in all fairness,
previous game, 5 this time.
6 of those came from 2.5 vehicle explosions.
That's true, that is true.
So, and that was on Vikendi too. So let's see, maybe he can get his 6 kills here and get back to 11.
So here's the plane, straight over the south of the map.
South. That's an esports plane right there.
Well, we know that Kantra and Cement Factory sector was where Germany were bailing out before, so expect to see similar. They were also going castle sort of area.
Yeah, jumping as we speak.
And I expect to see Russia probably coming out a little bit later on this one.
Russia has been playing Cold Mine, Goroka, and the southwest side. I mean, unless if the circle goes up there, I wouldn't expect to see Russia try and commit that far north this time around. So maybe Tovar, Villa could be. Or Villa, we've seen fights. Like that's been where the turf war's kind of been popped off, where we've seen both. Like that's essentially the only place we've seen players from both nations land.
I'm surprised we didn't get a squad just go straight Volnova, since they flow straight over it. I think let's get in there.
It's too easy.
Get the loot, and we can get in position early. But doesn't seem. Whoa, that's a back squad.
That's a German backstabbing squad. That's Kai got. I mean, right now he's jumping into the water.
Are they trying to go to Dobromesto or
somewhere north? It seems, at least.
Hmm.
Seems like Moatra is where the majority of the Russian players have gone. There are still a few of them flying north alongside the remaining German players. So let's see now where the circle is going to take us for what could be the final game. It's a big one here on Vikendi. And, well, it's on the Western Island, confirmed.
Kind of similar to the Czech Republic game against Germany. Sort of up this way, it pulled towards Dobromesto Hills way. We'll see whether the same stands. This little backline single squadron for Germany with effectively 2 squadrons of Russian players around them is going to be an interesting one. They're all still floating up there, trying to get as far north as they can. And Volt is already in a 1v1 with Sudi. Sudi loots in and caught a headshot straight away. Faultless living up to his name.
Yeah, probably one of the easiest kills you're gonna get in a 32v32. Because normally, if you shoot a guy, there's either gonna be one more guy immediately after, or there's gonna be a lot of your teammates trying to steal that kill away from you.
So Kai obviously didn't connect.
He didn't feel like playing the last one. We put too much pressure on him with the whole getting 6 kills in one game.
Yeah, he was pressured. He's going to
like, oh no, I have DC'd. Oh no.
Just put Germany down 3 players though.
Yeah,
early on.
We're in a certain match for Russia too. They got to go back to back now if they want to win this tournament. Germany. Got to give it to them though. Going 2 wins against Russia—that's more than most other teams have ever come close to. So they've been putting up a good fight. Germany
should have been 3.
And that's really, they
really should have been.
True.
Yeah, we should be looking at a 3-3 right now.
That is true.
Or 3-2 in favour of Germany was more to the point. Yeah, well, obviously heavy Russian circle, but I'm not sure where Russia are going to decide to try and defend here. They're going to work on dealing with this first northern squad, I think, and maybe hold off this big squad at the castle. I mean, Castle squad can just come out. There is an opportunity. They have players that are already out there, so probably going to be saying it's fairly clear. As that said, Melman has just caught one of them out, so Katzen goes down.
Not a whole lot more he could do. Caught out in the open. Millman had the ankle, and now Vorix shooting back over towards Aliyah. He has been caught in the open too, but seems like Vorix can't really get into position to get a good enough angle to get the flush in there. And now multiple players just looting, and he might just be better off running off here.
Strange name for that. Cats.
Katzen?
Well, Katzen just means cats.
So, well, maybe he has 2 of them.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe he identifies as multiple people.
He identifies as an animal.
He's a schizophrenic cat.
Maybe.
You never know.
Chris is chilling on his own. Don't need no team. I'm Chris. Brexco is getting surrounded. Mika's nearby, but Test is pulling up.
Do they know that he's there?
Yeah, there's the northern squad. One of the northern boys. Oh, he thought he was in the other side. He tried to molly it. And Brexco's allowed to just drop out. What are the other guys across the road doing?
They are not anywhere near. Now that they spot him, it might just be too little too late. He is backing off. Brexco
M24, use that.
Can't really get into a position to get the flush here. You can see he was trying to get...
I know the G36 is a German weapon, but let's get the... God, well, actually, I don't know if it's a German weapon. I know the German forces use it.
Oh, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a German
No, exactly. But he's got an M24 on his back. Maybe?
He is. I mean, he was by himself. Now he's going to go loot.
Yeah, Mika's here.
They get themselves a free vehicle as well.
They're pushing for the kills. So this is the northern part of Russia that they're quite happily going aggressive for. Seeing if they can make it work. Krabik's out there, and Gris, you say, did actually get caught. Now, are they wasting too much time on this? I wonder, because the other squads, Drainys' boys, are coming in from the south, and Krabik will quite happily delay them as long as possible, and that will catch them off guard. The rest of Germany are wrapping around Mount Kresnik and heading north and coming across to join the rest of Brexco here. We may actually find out this becomes like the main fight point, but look at the Russian squads. They're slowly wrapping around here in the central point.
Yeah, they're going to try and take center. The thing is, if you go straight south of Goroka, it's a big mountain site there, and if Russia can get control of that and kind of the overview of the city, if the circle then goes south away from Goroka and majority of the German team is in that city, it's going to be extremely difficult to leave.
And that's what they're doing.
Well, that's exactly what they're doing, and it makes perfect sense for Russia to go where they are.
Yeah. Yep. Chris, the last man on his own down south. Just chilling.
Get a mosquito out of my ear.
Yeah.
Have you ever ridden a snowmobile before?
In real life? No.
Yeah? No? It's extremely fun.
You don't tend to get them in the UK.
No? The combination of lagging mountains and snow is a pretty difference maker in the whole snowmobile thing.
Trash just got smashed.
Yep. He took one straight to the face and somehow actually made it out alive. Just looking down in that direction, but there are multiple other players around, and now the circle has Russia written.
Okay, that's fine though. Brexco and co that were there,
they need to move right now.
Just move the way back across, and the rest of the team can join them because they're already in that position.
They need to move right now, and if not right now, then 2 minutes ago, because there will be a lot of Russians holding off on that eastern side in just a moment.
Kissik's trying to get as further north and aggressive as he can, but he's realised there's already German players nearby. Udir's going really deep. 1 kill only, and Co are just going to surely spot him. He's going a wee bit too deep there.
180, nope.
Brexco's going for double-elimination.
He's sending it. You got to set up a headquarter in enemy territory to try and make sure that you have the info that you need. Unfortunately, I think the entire Russian team knows it is there. Good thing is that Russia don't communicate, apparently, so maybe it's only those 4 players who knows. Yeah,
that's a 4-man squad, and the rest of Germany are going and committing into the city, so everyone from Germany is coming across. This is an interesting setup. I mean, I think Germany have done well to get the position they have, considering it was very much a Western circle, which is all Russia, all based on that one singular squad that was up there. They did lose a couple of players. Koa is about to get pushed on. Edelweiss should be able to take him down. He does.
Ready and waiting. Survives with 11 HP, and now multiple others are getting in. Falix finds 2. Both Drainys and Edelweiss gone down, and actually Germany getting some kills here, but they're immediately responded to.
They're just pouring. They're coming out of Dobromesto, and they've just surrounded them. But Russia do reply well. Hirozen getting himself a quick double. Tripson goes piling in there, so he's faultlessly taken down, and this is just going to be a brutal massacre in the fields. Everybody's just piling in for this.
This is the battlefield, essentially. I don't think any of the 2 teams were ready to take the fight here and right now, but... well, I mean, sometimes you don't get to dictate how things are going to happen. The fight is escalating right now, and Russia currently up by 6.
Yeah, they're going to have to keep delivering. Remember, they were 3 up originally at the start of the game, so the numbers are dwindling for Germany as Russia. They were pretty much already here. I was surprised that Germany committed to this one as much as they did, and it looks like they're sort of half-heartedly dribbling in from behind now because they realize This is not going well.
It is not going well at all. 10 players down. It could potentially be what you're seeing here as the final game of the tournament. Germany needs to pull off some magic if they want to bring this one home. They've got to pray to Santa, pray for that Christmas miracle, and do something wild, because I'm not seeing Germany go down now. But as we say that, there was still a Chris. Maybe Chris is their Santa Claus, and he's bringing gifts in early this year.
Yeah, they've stopped. They've managed to hold this compound. The rest of the German players are sort of getting in there, but Russia are surrounding them. They just need to revive and get teammates back on the feet. 7-player difference. Make that more, because Set just got himself another. Des out got the down on Corey, and the Wanderer is going in.
Wait, so it paid off after all those...
It's both under the stairs!
That was their Wanderer finding both of them underneath.
Holding hands under the stairs. Oh, and he mollies them. That is just dirty!
Wow.
And he just comes up the stairs and smashes them.
And Marco, 3 very, very talented players, all just got butchered. And I think the game just told us beforehand what's about to happen here. Germany down by 11.
The Wanderer proving why he was the only player in the history of the PEL to hit double figures in one game. And that's the record that's only going to stand. Nobody else is going to beat that now, because
that's true.
It don't exist no more. Sadovnik comes in, gets himself the kill. Can't be asked with the revive.
Gotta get
Just
killed.
going to carry on, yeah.
Ain't nobody got time to rest. Like, come on, man. I'm right here. Nobody wants to go for the rest. They don't want to get the kills. And now you can see Russia sending it. Braxco holding off strong. That's a double knock on towards Deep and Come, but Millman goes down too. 17-7. Is this one to be the reverse one that we saw Russia pull off in the last time they played Vikendi, or are Russia actually going to finish this one off?
Well, I think they're just going to pile in and burn them. That's what it's looking like. There's no messing around in this one. Gideon drops, First Lady drops, 17-4. This is surely all over. Brexco trying to keep them at bay, gets back inside. The mollies are burning him. He's on fire. There's no way for him to go. He burns down. And this will be Russia taking it. Northwest is way out in the fields. They're all piling out. They know exactly where he is as they come speeding out looking towards him. Northwest at the hay bales. Nowhere for him to go. The last man standing for Germany. And it was Joni that chose to take this fight. We questioned it when it happened. That's a nice little shot. He's just trying to pad out his stats right now and do what he can as Batulin will fall.
Did they choose to take the fight, though? Or did
they committed to it. They were the ones that pushed the compound and nudged. Out. Done. If they were surprised by the aggression and the amount of Russians they met, I'd be very surprised. They had Dobromesto to themselves. They could have just settled for that, but instead they went looking for more. And Russia finally take it out 4-2.
It was a good game. It was a good game series, I want to say, because Germany did everything they didn't do yesterday. Germany had equal games yesterday where the circles kept going their way, but they allowed for Russia to take away the wins from them. And in this game, we talked to Braxco before the game, after last game, but previous to this game, I said we have made up for the mistakes we made against Russia. And in all fairness, they made up for those mistakes. But Russia just brought something new, which was taking away that, sheep herding force and adding that to the pile of the spearhead.
So he hit the edge of the building. That's what he did, yeah. But by rights, we should be looking at 3-3 and going on to Erangel Classic for the final map. But it wasn't to be, with Germany really messing up.
Germany, they've got to be kicking themselves over that one.
I mean, maybe that was what split him. A Wanderer, by the way. Fantastic stuff here. Double tap, chucks the molly, runs upstairs, bam, bam, bam. With an SKS. Why not?
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You can make it look that easy against players of that caliber. That means that you're one hell of a player yourself. Brax could go down. And in the end of it, Northwest tried to stay put, but the pants, the cars, and the M24 to the chest was too much for him to handle. Russia will once again beat, and I believe both Russia and Turkey have gone back-to-back now in terms of winning Nations Royale.
Nailing Kissick at the end there. I want the kill! Going straight in. Yeah, so Russia dominating, like back-to-back Nations Royale, as you say, sort of taking the crown of Turkey and then continuing on with it, really. So they've done very well. And I'm not too surprised when you see the field of players that they had out there. But definitely much, much closer than we anticipated.
For sure. And I think it's going to be much, much closer than what both... Maybe not what Braxco would have thought, but what Drainys would have thought. When
Drainys said 4-2.
That is true.
He did say 4-2.
He always say something prior to the game start, and when you get up 2-0 with that crazy second win, you think now it's ours, and then they actually got tied up.
We even thought it was going to be that way. But let's hear from the man himself, the general for Russia, the champions of the Nation Royale, Drainys. How you doing, buddy?
Hello again, guys. Pretty good. We finally won.
Yeah, you finally won. and you say finally because we talked about it. I wanna get straight down to the bones of it. What the hell was happening in that second game?
I mean, the game when the guys went like
the Vikendi, yeah.
I don't know, honestly. Like Bean was, I don't know what he even done. Like it's just insane. Like he hit every single shot. We couldn't believe that happened. Like, I mean, 6 versus 14, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I mean, the guys had pretty decent position, but still, it was like so many of opponents, and I don't know how they made it work, honestly.
I know that there's, you said yesterday that there's not too much communication per se on the team, but there's got to be some Discord shouting when you won that game. Like, there's got to be some good vibes in the Discord when you won that game.
I mean, no one really believed that happened because... Like, what? 6 versus 14? It's nearly impossible, but
yeah.
I mean, they proved us wrong.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. And then obviously Miramar, I think we could write that one off. That was simply Circle was not with you. And almost the same for Erangel Classic, right? There really wasn't any Circle. You were in a horrible position. You had nowhere. I mean, even as a squad game, that was a horrible position. But with 32 players, you got nowhere to go.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, probably we didn't get the Circle, but... It was the first time when we actually got, like, I don't know, shot on, because, I mean, all the other games, even if the Circle was far away from us, it was pretty easy to go, like, from the edge or and then kill some people or something, but especially in Miramar game, we couldn't do anything, and, you know, at this point we realized that we really need to focus to win, and, yeah, I'm happy we managed to do that.
So let's talk about Sanok. You said at the start you disliked obviously playing on Sanok, that was the one you didn't really want. But it worked out well for you, but you almost lost the ground. You guys kind of lost the hill, but then were forced to retake it. And that's, I feel, what won you the game.
I mean, Sanok was the game when we focused the most, I think, because we got a little mad that we like lost in a pretty bad fashion all the previous 2 games. And then we thought that it's a good idea to go to the center. Not to give up the center, because all the previous games we were kind of chilling on the edge and it didn't really work. So we just went for the compound to carry fights and I don't know, just cut it out.
I want to know, Drainys, coming into today, you told us that the game plan wasn't going to change much from what you did yesterday against Germany, but to today. But me and D-Man both noticed that the whole Mailman squad kind of going off and doing their own thing. It seemed like today you were more the entire team together than split apart. Was that on purpose, that you wanted to be more together today?
No, not really. I think they just realized themselves that you know, doing all these crazy drive-bys and just pushing people in a ridiculous manner, I mean, it just doesn't work against this Germany. So the guys kind of like decided to play a little smarter, I think, and yeah, I think it's a good thing because it wouldn't have worked other way.
So let's talk about the final map, Vikendi. Were you a little surprised they decided to take the fight in this fashion they did? Because it seemed like, okay, they're going to go Dobre Mesto, you guys a bit further south, and then they just started to pile in on you.
I mean, at least for me, it was, pretty unexpected, because I was thinking they're going to go from the edge, from the north, and we could easily take the center, but then I see all these cars rotating straight, like, from the middle to somewhere else, and it was ridiculous. I mean, I totally didn't expect that, and the guys, like, as well, but somehow they made it work.
Yeah, so overall, I mean, fantastic performance from you guys. Back-to-back champions now. We're gonna see Russia continuing to dominate in the Nations Royale.
Hopefully, we have so many great players, and yeah, I want to say much thanks to you guys for covering this event, and much thanks for GLL for running this event. This mode is super fun. It's like, I mean, I enjoyed it so much, and I always do.
I want to ask you, just before we finish off, Drainys, if there was one thing you could do different, whether it's rule settings, whether it's anything, if there's anything that you could change for upcoming tournaments of Nations Royale, what would it be?
It's hard to say, but sometimes it's a little difficult to get to the circle if it pops far away from you, but I mean, maybe it's alright. It kind of makes the games faster.
Yeah,
it's really hard to come up with something that is really wrong, because there is nothing really wrong. maybe
good.
some like small things to tune, but I really need to think about it because
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
it's hard.
But overall, it was good fun, and
It
that's
was.
the point of it.
Has been,
That's the
exactly.
point of it in all. Thank you very much, Drainys, and congratulations once again. And that is
Thank
it.
you.
That is it. I don't know how you say it. Merry Christmas in Russian. I don't know. But I'm going to say Merry Christmas nonetheless.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to all you viewers at home. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you to the hard-working production crew that have been nailing down the ship here at GLL, because they've been very busy after their Christmas party in the week. So they've all been working hard. I wish you all the best, as well as you, Toby. Thank you very much for casting. It's been good fun.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas to you, and we'll see you in the new year. Goodbye.